The Bakushi is the man. The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality. Bakushi thinks he's won the game, but he didn't count on a pinch hitter.
All is continuous vibration, always in motion. Conductor of energy, assault in the ocean. Serpent is the sine wave, polarities interwoven. A chemical sorcery, elixirs and potions. Resonant frequencies, molecular explosions. Your daily programs is heavy doses of hypnosis. People walk around blind even though their eyes are open. No time for ideological salesmen with biblical notions. That box in your room, televised lies through your vision. It doesn't matter your race, status, or religion. No longer have to beat you when your mind is locked in prison. That food is filled with toxins, it's why you can't think clear. Illusion of choice is your option while keeping all in fear. Load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here. I said load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space, so get the fuck out my face.
In the instant, I changed the mission with photosynthesis. Witness the synthesis, ripping endless on instruments. Feel the frequency, energy off this Hennessy synergy. Literally those that take us to infinity. Reading articles, all is horrible, calling audibles. I'm remarkable, I shot a fed at a carnival. Dust and particles, follicles gon' be everywhere. Heavy pair of some pistols, I shot them holding that teddy bear. Fuck the system, let's keep it simple, let's raise the temple. Make them triple while you're going to where they all assemble. Not Avengers, I'm the Avenger, I seek the injure. Kept my temper till I stuck the hidden blade up in her. Fuck the ruler, here's what they doing to you. Poison water in the food is what you put into you. I'm the shooter with new maneuvers. Caught back to Ruger, super trooper. He is gonna need a pooper scooper. The revenge of Montezuma. Rocking my Pumas, uppercut like a Kuma, sending you straight to Luna. Cosmic verses from universes on new excursions, emerging the virgin. I pull the back, the iron curtain. War leaders are war eaters, born cheaters, war sneakers, rearrange their core features. Born reaper, hurricane, the sword keeper. Form ether, burn all of the mold geezers. Up in government, parliament, bitch, I'm tarnishing arguments. Ain't no bargaining, throw a bomb in the audience. I'm the guardian, strange you all in a cardigan. Rearrange the universe, I am the artisan.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space, so get the fuck out my face.
As a king, fighting the spirit of Mesa King, vibing to my queen, playing the tambourine, while I'm eating the tangerine. My plasma was replaced with gasoline, got the blood of the Elohim, manifesting through a dream, a shit you never seen. I got the eyes of Medusa, and the hands of Wolverines, astral project with my inner being. We locked in the inner ring, hoping the Anunnaki intervene. While the world is under siege, they got an abyss under the sea, living underneath. Lightning struck me standing under a tree while I was crumbling weed, and an angel swooped down, put me under her wing. Now she shields me from my desires the devil brings. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality.
Check it, yo. I always be analyzing to see who's fake. People acting Janus, running around two-faced, talking behind my back until they put in their place. You're a two-course meal without saying grace on the internet. Talk talking shit through your fingertips, talking high power till your shine is eclipse, trying to ride a wave until your mind is seasick, cement shoes and your ankles tied with 3 bricks. This isn't Grand Theft Auto, this is real life. I will piss on your grave and throw dick to your wife. This is a warning mixed with some advice. You might be king, but I'm the ace of spades, and you just reneged. This is food for thought, bitch, eat a grenade. This is what people want, to be treated like dirt. I tried being humble, but that was absurd. All the brainless pigeons flock together like birds, pecking for crumbs until they merge with the crossroads and chuck the demi-urge. I think they had enough, I took the trash to the curb. Let the torture begin and watch them burn. Here's the urn.
It's hard to keep it real with fake people. They can take love, mix it with hate, and make evil. I'm staring at 50 shades of gray people. It's a grand deception. Like K-Reno, they are who they say they isn't. On the internet, spreading everybody's business through a troll account. Talking foul, not knowing what goes around comes around. The flat out truth is the energy change when I come around. I guess London Bridge is falling down. Hey people, stall him out. We know all about the narrative painting. To control the clout, they gatekeepers trying to stop the ones trying to awake people. HOTC.
Man, what's up to the one person, to the one individual? Damn it, that's what I forgot to do. Oh, let me do that. I know people are going to give me shit for this, but it comes with it. What? All right. I don't know if people have been looking at Charlie Kirk, but when I first heard about it, right away, red flags, because I know who he is. I've watched some of his content. And then you find out that's Trump's homie. And oh man. And the narrative they're pushing, which is left versus right. And I see a lot of so-called, I don't want to call them idols, but people with big names, musicians and everything, that were crying and stuff about this whole incident. I get it. They some of them they choose not to do proper research and will believe it really happened, period. When when the only footage that was out was that guy who zoomed in. I remember when it first happened, that was like the biggest. And it just so happened the conversation that was going on when it happened was they were talking about mass shootings, right? And then all of a sudden a shot rings off, right when they're talking about 5 total mass shootings or whatever. What's the chances of that? And then same style with Trump, a guy on the roof. Oh yeah, and back to the guy who zoomed in. It reminded me of 9/11 when the people were in the helicopter and you could clearly see no planes were anywhere in sight. And then as soon as they zoom in, this plane magically appears out of the sky's asshole. And it kind of reminded me of that. They love to zoom in, and as soon as you hear the thing go pew, it was like a zoom in, zoom out real fast. But I have my opinions on it. Do they matter? No. Is it going to change anything? No. But I just have tons of questions myself. I mean, for people that know about, depending on the round or the caliber and all that, yeah, there's going to be a little entrance hole for the most part, depending, like I said, but the back would be totally gone, especially the dude who's allegedly using a rifle. There's no blood, no splatter everywhere, which should have been. All this shit is going on while they're putting armed soldiers in our streets. They're fucking. I've never seen so many of these so-called mass shootings, right? Never in my life. Within the last what? When was the Connecticut one? Let me look that up. All right, just damn, Columbine, April 19th, 99. April 19th, 1999. Oh, hold up. April 16th, 2007. Virginia Tech. Man. 99 was the first one. Okay. I to tell you the truth, I kind of don't remember Columbine. And then the actual first school shooting I remember was in the high school I went to. But I'm not going to say what organization, but shot a kid and killed him right in front of the school. The alleged story of why they did it was because he wanted out. And he was going to go to college. And he was pretty high in the ranks. And they fucking assassinated him. Because he wanted out to better his family. Isn't that wild? There's probably more to it. But if that's the case, that's some bullshit considering this organization thrives on that. What's good, Naga? You busy? But I know by me speaking on this shooting incident, I don't And you know, anyway, yeah, people be like unalived and all that. Come on. And you know what's crazy, man? There's this channel I watch. I play some of his stuff on. You know, I put stuff in the comments, and they erase my shit. This is supposed to be a channel about truth, and yet my fucking stuff gets erased out of the comments. But yeah, this is one of the now. Let's see. Do it this way. Now, I hope I could speak over this as it plays. I don't think there's sound to it. I know it's not going to get barely anything. As you could see. Why? Oh, that's the microphone. No, because it disappears. I mean, is it me? Or is that hole moving around? Yeah. Play again. Snuffleupagus. Oh, wow. I could actually rewind this a restream. Look at that. What? Oh, Snuffleupagus. What? Hold up. Here we go. Yo, what the fizzle, Brizzle? Yo, nobody asked to take this off. Man. I thought too, like, you know, people can alter the video, but the only way can you alter an altered video? People are like, oh, I was there, I seen it. Look, listen here. Where's the questions that are being raised here? The exit wound would have been horrific, man. That back part would have been red, especially with a rifle. But what do I know? I don't know, schnizzle. Peace, Salama. I'm just waiting to see what laws are going to be put in place. Man, I wanted to drop that track yesterday, but I'm gonna try to get it done today, to closer to 9/11. I just spent a lot of time trying to get some some pieces of Bush saying certain things so I could cut it and paste it and put it what I want to do with this track. But do you know that they made a fucking joke about, and Bush is telling a joke about weapons of mass destruction, and everyone's laughing, and that's what I mean. These people throw that shit in the face of everyone. I'm trying to see if I could have AI mimic George Bush's voice, because I want him to say something. But I'm pretty sure Cage would know what to do. Yeah, that whole thing about, I was speaking with Naga too about the creator, me separating the creator from God. I think I went back and listened to that. The creator could be anyone. We don't know who the true creator of this place is. It could be a fucking guy in a lab suit for all we know. I doubt that. I'm just saying. But I look at God as the energy, the source. You know, without that energy, everything would be dead. Man, I'll never forget this video. All right, I seen this video of a guy who had free energy machine, more or less, a Tesla coil, and then he had plants, and he put a plant where the Tesla coil is, and on the leaves, these type of leaves had little hairs on them, and when you put it with the free energy machine, you could see the electricity coming out of the little hairs. When he would put his finger next to the leaf, the electricity was going through the plant and coming out the leaves onto his finger. I thought that was amazing. Then I thought, what if you had a garden and you put that free energy machine, say you had an indoor garden, you put it in the center of the garden, you put that machine on, daily. I wonder how the plants would grow, how healthy and strong they would be. And then as a matter of fact, we've talked about this plenty of times back in the days when I used to have good streams before people just bailed. We're talking about putting the seeds in your mouth where you plant them, and the plant will grow to provide what your body needs. Plants are amazing. If that's the case, fuck a computer. The plant is the best computer. As a matter of fact, computers are made out of plants, but it's made out of hold on. Yeah, I probably made my live stream too quick. I didn't give it time to send out. I did that on purpose. Just cause I went incognito. Because it seems when I go live, other people want to go live. Same time I do. So I had to pretty much go incognito. Like a bodito. That was corny. The Dividing Hand by Schliffler the Schniffer. Man, there's some weird people in this world. How about that dude that took that girl out on the bus? Like, what's truly wrong with people? You know, I thought people had a better IQ. But from what I know, the Aryan Brotherhood is going to annihilate that dude. And that's not good. Because if you got a hit put on you by them, you're fucked. There ain't going to be a prison you could go to where you'll be safe. That's why I tell people, or not, if you're going to live that life of crime, you better know what comes with it, and you better be ready to accept the punishment that comes with it. Because as soon as, if you rat, as soon as you go to prison, you're fucked. I tell people, better be ready to get 10, 15 years. Because as soon as you tell, you're done, man. There ain't going to be a prison you can go to where you'll be safe. I don't know why I'm talking about prison. Fuck prison. It's not cool to go to prison. This guy made a good video about prison. He was like, they don't tell you about when you're in jail and you're indigent and you got to get damn, I remember using these envelopes. I forgot what they're called, man. I think they're called indigent envelopes. They're stamped by the state to be sent for free. Cause I got used to that too. I didn't realize when I went up the way, when you get sentenced and you go to prison, that you got to buy stamps. There was no more. There's really no more indigent envelopes. You gotta get stamps. So, yeah, they don't talk about when you're broke. You gotta hustle coffee balls, like breaking down a thing of coffee to make a profit, like, or you know, no one's sending you money. You gotta. I mean, you could get a job in prison, but yeah. You know, you don't hear these rappers talking about when people don't write you, you can't, you know. They don't talk about the dark times in prison. They just try to make it look cool, which the food is terrible. You know, prison, it's wild, man. It taught me to appreciate things I didn't appreciate beforehand, like a good meal. Well, no, that was a bad example. More or less, you start to appreciate simple things like the toothbrush they give you is hilarious. You know, but yeah, enough with prison, man. I should have downloaded the kid's video or the young man's video. He did a good job on making a reality video. Damn, I haven't been to Pinterest in a long time, and nothing has changed over here with Pinterest. And why are they called Pinterest? Oh, what's up, Marcel? What's good, blind man?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling.
Sir.
Damn, I want to say this verse to get people's opinions, but I can't, man, because then it would be no. I mean, it's not like people are waiting for my song, like building up suspense. Like, yeah, I can't wait for Chuck's song to come out. I know for a fact no one's sitting like that, but shit, I got more anticipation built up inside of me for the song than probably anybody. I want it to come out dope, man. I have so many ideas.
That's the thing. That's what matters. That's the fuel that we need, you know, to manifest whatever we need. Most of the time, and you know, people believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself. Because you don't believe in yourself, you don't get to achieve what you need to do. But you know,
That
if
was
you
the
believe in
problem with me
yourself,
too, Naga. I didn't believe in myself when I first started to rhyme, and now I see that that was a big part of me not succeeding further, is because I didn't believe in myself.
yeah. That's why, you know, people might not believe in you, but as long as you do, you're still going to be successful. You're not going to have the success that people, you know, think, you know, you should have, or you think you should have, you know, had people believed in you, but you're still going to be successful. That's the thing.
What do you think about this incident right here with Kirk? You know, through the footage I've seen, there's something very suspicious going on. And considering that's Trump's boy and what Trump just pulled, I think they're trying to implement more law, or they're trying to rage a civil war of some sort or something. Like, people really
Bro, you
think
don't,
there's a difference between the left and right. It's all the same.
bro, people don't want to accept the fact that America is going down, man. America, Trump
I've been
is
to that.
ever since Trump was elected on his first time, right? The first time, right, on his first term, he said that, man, he didn't come for some type of power transfer, right? I mean, for some type of where it ain't gonna be a next president. He come, nigga, to take the power and give it to the people, right? And you have to
I hope
understand.
so.
And you
Who's
have
the
to understand
people? Not
exactly.
us.
Exactly. You have to understand what it means by saying by the people. The people is a term that go back to the tribes, right? Because you have to understand when we say we are the tribes, it translated into English as we the people. You feel me? So we don't the people, right? The tribe is the one that's supposed to tax the foreign government, right? That came here on the land. But because we wasn't representing ourselves, right? Because there is no taxation, right? Unless there are, you know, there is some form of representation. So because we wasn't representing ourselves, so they wasn't being taxed. Right. So all the shit that they've been doing, you know, is being unsupervised, is being fraud, is being, you know, illegal, and all that shit. You know, they have to dismantle all that shit, right, before judgment. Period. Before we start to represent ourselves, and then when we start representing ourselves, and they still doing the same shit, and we have to hold them accountable. Nah, they already see that we representing ourselves, so they're making sure that they dissemble, you know, they basically dismantle everything that they have going on, right? So when we establish ourselves, we can't hold them accountable on nothing that they already did. We can only hold them accountable on what they're doing. Period. Just like they told us right now today. They told us, man, why should I have to pay for some shit that, you know, my ancestors did or my grandfather did? Right? Why should I have to pay for that shit? So it's the
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
used to say that a long time ago. I used to
Yeah.
think like that. Like when the people would say I'm a cracker and stuff, and they would say my ancestors did this and that, but my ancestors had nothing to do with that shit. So even that, and even if they did, I have nothing to do with it. But yeah, I don't know. That shit gets old and played out the past.
No, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what's going on. Is the fact that everybody know there was a lot of evil shit going on, and whether we want to accept it, America was the center. Period. America is the center of the new world, right? So all that evil shit.
Africa is gonna be the new power of the world, man. Did you see the
Nah,
diamond they just found?
I
That
beg
shit's
to
like,
differ.
man,
It's going. It's
and
going. Well,
they got
it's
their
going.
own internet. And they cut the US out. They got Africa's has their own internet. Salute to them for that.
It's not Africa, man. There, you see, the news is lying, man. It's BRICS, right? You have the whole South America. You got Brazil. You got BRICS. You got Russia. You got a whole bunch of countries that come together that create their own currency. It's called BRICS. Look it up,
No,
right?
I'm talking about the internet.
Yes, and I'm trying to tell you, it's all come from BRICS. So all BRICS is a whole system that a whole bunch of countries come together and they operate. They got their own currency, right? That's where the gold come from, and they got their own internet. They got their own everything, separated,
All
from
right.
huh?
No, I said, all right. I'm gonna have to look that bricks up in a second, right here.
Yeah, that's BRICS. Africa is a part. Is just a part of it. I mean, some countries in Africa, not the whole continent. So you basically have like 1.5 billion people that basically disconnected from Google. That's a
The
lot of
ruble,
people,
the
huh?
ruble, the ruble. That's what country had the ruble? Europe, the ruble, or Africa? I forgot who had the ruble.
No. It's how to so I'm in the chat. Marcel. Who else?
What's up, Marcel?
But yeah, man. So we have to pay attention, man, and see how shit is being done, and see how we know all is a lot of evil shit going on, right? And we also know we ain't gonna do nothing about it, right? All we worry about who the fuck we are. We worry about trying to find out who we are, and why all road in this shit, and by the time we find out why all road is in this shit, right,
I
and
want
what
to
we
go to
gotta
war.
do. Say that again.
I just want to see. Let me rephrase that. It's not what I want. There's a lot of people that just want to live in true peace. The animals too. They told me they're tired of the bullshit.
They're tired. Being tired is a triad. When people say you're tired, that's a triad.
All these sirens today. There's all these sirens and
Only a try hard person, get to be tired. If you don't try hard enough, you don't get to be tired. You know how to pace yourself like a turtle.
if you don't try hard, they'll pull your card. What's this? This is a curious old magic book explaining the spirit cabinet, dancing handkerchief, a method to levitate a human, a method to let a table float. The bulk of the book focuses on second sight art acts, how questions from the audience can be answered, blah blah blah. Oh, cabinet tricks. I thought they meant cabinet in the government. All actual cabinet.
It's crazy
Oh,
that we talk.
bricks.
It's
That's
crazy
what I
that
got.
people don't see that. It's crazy that people don't see that Trump is the Trump card, right? He's the Joker.
Yeah, or he's the trumpet that's being blown to say, to set and play their plan. The first trumpet, when he first got in, that was the warning. Like, okay,
First of all, first you gotta know what the plan is. The plan is to dismantle the system.
America.
The plan is to dismantle the system. They always do it every time, right? They burn all the libraries in Alexandria, right, in Egypt, right? They flooded, right? I mean, they burned down motherfucking Sodom and Gomorrah, right? They flooded the ancient world, right? Sumeria, right? So you have to understand the evidence, right? As long as there is evidence, you can trace it back. Everybody know, right? As long as there is evidence, you can trace it back. So, by get rid of the evidence, right? It is to get rid of the trail. That is the plan. The plan, that being put in place, which is a protocol, right? Is to dismantle the plan. I mean, it's to dismantle, uh, uh, the system. That's what it is, man. And a lot of people think we call it a reset or whatever it is, but that's all it is, right? It's to basically to dismantle that shit, erase it, right? Get rid of the evidence before you can even trace it and find out, how they even got here in the first place and how they was able to even do it, or even holding them accountable, by the time you even realizing it. It's chess, not checkers. That's what they're playing.
Peace, Sophia Daisy May. Sophia says, I agree with whomever is saying that things are being done to try to promote a civil war within America. That was me. We're already there, but they do want it to be more physical, sad, and tragic. Yeah. And they're using the left and right to do it. Even the people there's people out there that know it's one bird, but yet they're still like, I'm leaning towards being conservative. I'm a conservative. But yeah, it's all designed to do what it's doing. And that's to keep us divided. That's why I let go of politics a long time ago. More like a pile of tricks. That's what politics is. These are all trickster magicians. They use their magic, their power of words and hypnosis. They know what to tell the people and how to tell them. Actually, it's not them. It's people who write for them. They don't write their own shit.
My thing is, Charles, is that how can people don't see that it's both, right? How can people don't see that it's both one
That's what I'm
bird
saying.
and also two wings? A bird got two wings, man. It's common sense. How the hell a bird gonna fly, right? It's common sense. So when we're talking
That's why
about the
this
two
thing is
wings,
happening with the
so when we're
shooting.
talking about the two wings of the government, man, it's not even, it's not a debate. It's true. The government has two wings. It's not about that the government only got one wings, the Republican or the Democrat, or the government is really Republican or they're really Democrat. Nah, man, they both, right? Both the Republican and the Democrat is a branch of the government. Period. So the government don't have to basically fall under one of these branches. No, because the government itself, right, separate, basically divide itself into two branches, right? That's the thing itself. That's what's doing the separation. So we can't. The separation don't apply to the government. It's like when people talk about time. People saying that all right, time is being created, at the North Pole, and at the North Pole there is no time, right? People are saying, God is the one that's creating everything, right? And after God, there is no, there is nothing else. It's the same shit, man. It's the same shit. So the government be there is nothing when you if as long as you go high above the government, you basically right above separation. Because right, the government basically is what marking separation. Period. Or is what defines separation.
Oh shit.
But I've been saying that right before Trump got elected again, right? Because I already know he was going to be elected again, right? And I said that, man, this country gonna be in a state of emergency because Trump was the 45th president, right? And I already know he was going to be the 47th president, which is 9/11. 9/11 is the state of emergency, right? You call 911 when there is an emergency. So when it comes to to the international, you know, a governmental system, right? Trump represent the state of emergency, meaning that the system is under right is under attack, or the system is about to be. My bad, guy.
Damn. These people are talking right under my window, man.
Well, I thought that was you trying to say something. My bad.
I'm gonna pull something up, bro. You can finish what you're saying. I'm gonna mute up.
No, I was just just talking about the government being like I was saying above it there is no separation. That's basically what define separation is the government. I think I went into something else, but I love the train of thought. It might come back to me. Oh, but yeah, I was saying the Civil War because I was adding to what you were saying. I've been saying that Trump was, you know, he was going to be the 47th president. Which would that would make him 9/11 in itself. So he basically symbolized 9/11, right? Which is a state of emergency, like what people do, when you have an emergency, right? You call 911, and that's Trump. When it comes to the international governmental system, you know, that's basically what he coming to do. He's dismantling the system, erase all evidence, right? Get rid of all evidence, right? So the system can be protected.
Look at this shit. I typed in left Democrat versus right Republican ideology war. I just was curious to see what would come up, and it says a political ideology war describes the intense and deeply entrenched conflicts between the left, often represented by Democrats, often represented? What else would it be? And the right, often represented by Republicans. Is the U.S. This polarization is driven by fundamental disagreements over social, economic, and cultural values, with each side holding increasingly negative views of the other. And that's part of the weaponry, man, psychologically is I've noticed they always looking at the negatives. We do that in society too. We're always looking for the negative and instead of looking for the positive and how we have similarities and how we can uplift each other.
There is no positive when it comes to the government. It's all a public, right? It's basically the government. You have to understand the government declare war on the people.
Gotta change it.
Right. So the government, and was it in the 90s when the government declared war on the people, right? And remember what I said earlier, what we the people are. So the government.
Let me mute up. My bad.
So the government declared war on we the people, right? I think it was in the 90s or the 80s, right? So because of that, right? So the government basically, when the government declared war, that was the republic right there, right? I mean that was that was publicly, right? The statement, the declaration was public, right? So when they come with the republic, that was them basically republish the war, right? They had already declared on the people. That was them reinforcing it, right? And when they come with a Democrat, right, it's still them again reinforcing it, right? So it's all the same thing. It's not like how they get, they playing good and bad, how they saying good cup and bad cup. Nah, it's more like how they always say, you gotta choose between the two, between the lesser, right, of the two evil, right? Because the whole system is evil. So no matter what side you're on, you're still on the evil side. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this whole shit, they understand that, they know this to be true. That's why they know when it comes to every time the system but to be revealed, they have to just, they have to dismantle it, right? And take it somewhere else, right? And republish it somewhere else. Every time. Every time, man. It's the same system around that travel around the world, right? But we call
They've
it,
been using the same tactics
yeah.
ever since I used to sit with my grandpa and watch CNN. They do the same shit. They promise the people a load of shit and do the complete opposite. Trump promised to help and bring prices down. The first thing he does when he gets in is write a check for $500 billion for the rich. And I'll keep saying that because that fired me up. But I expected it, so I didn't get too mad. I'm loving it. I'm loving it because I'm being vindictive. I
Yeah,
like
but
telling
yeah,
these Trumpers, I told you. I fucking
but
told you.
but look though, at the same time though, Trump is like at the same time he's doing two things at the same time. He's protecting the rich, right? But he's giving the power back to the people. Like I said, we the people is the tribe. So the rich, right, basically was basically, you know.
Explain to me how he's giving us the power back.
So I'm gonna show you. That's what I'm explaining right now. So the rich, right, was basically using all the resources of the land, right, of the people, right, without taxation, without being taxed, right, because the people wasn't representing themselves. It is a law that there is no taxation, right, if there is no representation. So because we the people, the tribe wasn't representing ourselves, so therefore the IRS wasn't getting taxed. And in fact, they was taxing us because we didn't know we were supposed to be taxing them, right? So now that we starting to realize that, right? So this is where Trump coming in play to protect them, right, from not getting exposed, right? But also, right, to give the power back to the people because they gotta go somewhere else. That government, that system, right, have to go somewhere else. It can't be here no more. This is why Washington D.C. is not Washington D.C. no more. You get me?
Yeah, I'm
I,
here.
yeah.
I just muted up because he's loud noise on the side of my window.
But yeah, I just wanted you to get me. You feel me? Because you want me to
I'm
explain to you.
listening for sure.
That's what's going on. Because you have to understand, he rich himself, so he got a lot of shit to protect. This is why they're looking at him like, nigga, are you the king, nigga? Are you the Messiah? Because nigga, you doing exactly what we need to be done. What need to be done when it comes to rich folks, right? But at the same time, nigga, you got the people, right, looking at him, nigga, like, are you for us, nigga? Because you doing like exactly what we finna do, nigga. Is take our shit back. That's literally what's going on, man. I mean, people can see it, because people are too busy, right? Uh, too busy trying to pick a side when it comes to their separation instead of actually seeing the operation itself, which is the system.
Man, I know one thing. I remember growing up in America was so like the country was more united. Neighbors would help each other out. It's been flip flopped on this dome piece. Now everyone hates each other. America's so divided. I've never seen nothing like it. Uh, it's bad, and it's just gonna get worse and worse. I hate to say it like that, but
Yeah, it's gonna get worse before it get better,
yeah,
but it will get better. The thing is, Charles, like we already lived this before, right? We already seen this before, right? In our childhood, right? This is why now, as an adult, we say that we remember, right? So we have to understand. So as a child, right, we didn't know what the fuck evil was, none of that shit. So we was living in the world perfectly, right? To us, the world was perfect, right? Until we starting to they starting to our parents starting to show us, right? And we started to become indoctrinated and realize that, man, this shit is not what we think it is. So what I'm saying is, what we lived, right, is what is literally tied to our birth chat. I mean, our birth land, right? And your birth land is not really your motherland, like how people think, is your motherland, but your birth land is really your model, right, of how you supposed to be, right? Remember, right, of how you supposed to remember, your formula, right, from your previous life, to this one. That's all it is. It's just a model. It's a formula, that right, of everything that you're supposed to remember, right, from your previous life into this life, right. So this is why people go back to the motherland or the homeland. This is why people urges to do that, right? People that travel, that go into different lands, they want to go back home, right, because that they can truly express themselves, right, and that's also a form of regeneration, or right, or regenerate, right. So when we talk about, yeah, man, America was this, America was that, this is exactly why we're supposed to remember all the good things, right, so we can create it right now, right. We're supposed to remember so we can create it. And a lot of people don't want to remember because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to have to be the one doing it. They're like, nah, man, like, why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that, man? Why can't God just do this? Why can't it just, be done?
instead of asking why, work your ass off. There's no limit when you're reaching for the sky.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we remember, right? You are a member of this creation if you think it's a creation, right? You're supposed to create, the good reality that you lived when you was a child. I'm not even, talking about, in your previous life, even though your childhood was your previous life, right? It's not that, like, when they think, when people talking about, oh, you was dead or whatever the case may be, you know, your childhood is your previous life.
Hey,
This is the afterlife.
before I forget, you remember that day I let you hear the beat and
What?
you were like, man, you're gonna have to go strong on that beat. You said you're gonna have to go hard on that beat.
Right? Was it some shit with Hurricane or some shit?
Yeah, so Hurricane already put his verse. I don't know if Sir Drop put his verse yet. I think he's waiting for me to go, but either way, I'll go second or last. I don't care. But when I was writing this, I kept hearing you say you better go hard on this beat. That give me that motivation. But I already knew when I heard the beat, and then when you said that, it like solidified it. I have to go strong. I mean, that beat is serious, but I'm always the same. Every time I write lyrics, man, I'd be like, I could do better. I could do better. For some reason, I'm never satisfied with anything I've ever written. I always be like, I could do better. I could do better. My friend would be like, you're overthinking it, Chuck, man. Just let it be. Ghostface had that problem too. And it shocked me. Fucking Ghostface. Said he's never satisfied with everything he does. He overthinks too much. I have that problem a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people deal, is battling, or is dealing with, is let go, right? Or
Linguistic.
overthink, move on, right? And I think, it's all ties into each other, right? To let go, you to move on, you gotta let go, right? Because if you don't let go, you can't move on, right? And if you spend a lot of time thinking about something, right, you can't really let that thing go, right? Because you keep thinking about it, right? So this is why I feel like, it's all ties into each other, So I mean, it's not separate from you, right? Thinking, right, and letting go, right, and moving on is not separating from not letting go and not thinking or being still, right? It's not disconnected. It's all one, right? So it's all about you seeing how they all fit in, right? And how each piece, right, fit into the puzzle, right? And then you can basically, you can move the pieces around. I think that's it right there. That's with everything. Because some people might not overthink when it comes to music, but they overthink, when it comes to making a risky decision, right? Or they might not, overthink when it comes to making a risky decision, but they overthink, when it comes to make, a sensible, decision, right? Or even other things, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, overthinking is overthinking, and holding on is holding on, right? Moving on is moving on.
You see this thing? Never fails. This thing's wild right here. It says focus, individual. The blue, their focus is society, right? The right side goal is economic freedom. The left side goal is personal freedom. And the red one's economic freedom, right? Then it says the support is the employees. On the left side, the support is the workers. Then they one side says fair trade, the other and the red says free trade. Don't
Which is all the same thing.
yeah, you're creating chaos
Because
of
a
the
fear,
opposites.
yeah, a fair trade is a free trade. Mean I don't get nothing, you don't get nothing, right? We basically have the same. What we have is just a transfer, right? Or an employee is a worker, right? So it's all the same thing. It's just a wordplay.
Mm. We're the only country that has two
Actually, 4. It's supposed to be Democrat, Republican, but there's like independent, and then there's other stuff.
Conservative.
Yeah, it's kind of like right, but yeah, the U.S. is like, I think, I could be wrong, is one of the only countries that have 750 governments, and that's in one. We're, other countries laugh at us. We're getting fucking screwed, and we just go with it. Taxes are just fucking sucking us dry with taxes. That's legal extortion, 100%. It would be nice before I die in the physical to have the entire state, the whole U.S., tell the government to go fuck themselves. We ain't paying no taxes. Hey! Mira!
But that's what they're doing, though. That's what the government is doing. The government is positioning itself in a way where you don't have to pay no taxes. Right now, the military, is basically taking over the government right now. People don't know that. This is why Trump is able to do all the things that he's able to do. Because remember, in 2015, when he came, he said that he created the greatest army ever, right? That people never, that the world never seen. The world have never seen something like this before, right? Remember when people was talking about COVID and all that, and he was trying to say that COVID is not real, and he was talking about how he got
Who said
military in
that?
space.
Trump?
Yeah,
That's not real.
yeah. Trump was saying that COVID wasn't real at first. He was saying that is these people, that that's basically
Listen.
what?
You hear the people?
Yeah, some people arguing.
He was like, "Puta motherfucker." It's funny. He's drunk, I think.
But yeah, bro. So at first, Trump wasn't really, going for the COVID like that. It was until, why he was so, being focused on doing what he's supposed to be doing, on the economic and fucking his military shit, right? And then, and COVID basically take over the whole world. So he ain't had no choice, but to basically, fall in line with it, right? But in the beginning, he wasn't trying to fall in line with it, right? So, like I said, he was more into talking about, how he got the greatest army, ever that the world have never seen. He got space,
Who, Trump?
yes. Go look it up.
Man,
Go look up Trump,
coward ass military.
go look. But I'm saying that's
Nah,
now that
they got a
that,
strong military, the U.S.
that
Somewhat. They're strong. I ain't gonna say they're not, but they always seem to get their ass whooped.
but what you don't think, bro? The U.S. Army is a super army, right? It is super army that have Chinese, Japanese, that have people from the Caribbean, that have Africans, right? You have all type of people in the army, so it's a super army. It's basically like the United Nations, right? So the jurisdiction is not right, is not the same, right? But they basically have the same, ability. So this is the reason why Trump is able to move the way that he's moving, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Trump is able to do that because of the army. It's not because of like no political shit. And I'm telling you right now, as we speak, bro, why is Washington D.C. is not Washington D.C. no more? Why is Washington?
And no more.
Why is it Washington D.A.?
That shit's been no more.
What you mean it's been no more? Not on the map?
label name, but man, America was conquered in 1913.
It's
And
like the Gulf of Mexico. It
that's the
wasn't,
year that the Titanic sank. That's the year, a lot of people are supposed to be on that Titanic, and at the last second, J.P. Morgan copped out. Who else? Rockefellers were supposed to be on it, and a lot of other big names, but they backed out, and the other big names sunk and died. It makes me wonder. I'm gonna get a list of the people who died, because from what I hear, Rockefeller wouldn't be where he's at now if those other people never died. Let's see if we could find the names. I'm wondering the 1800s if they had left and right, if they had, I almost said Dominicans, Democrat and Republican. I don't trust Trump anymore. He gets paid by the Rothschild. Yes, I never trusted him. When he said he was gonna lock these people up for treason, I had like a 2% faith that he would do it, but the rest of the percent, I knew he was just telling the people what they want to hear.
I mean, why wouldn't people trust? Why wouldn't you trust a snake to be a snake?
Yeah, they're all snakes. They're all puppets pre-selected.
So I don't understand when people say that. When people say I don't trust Trump, which mean you don't trust him. You know he a snake, right? Which mean you don't trust him. You don't think he gonna snake you out?
Yeah.
You don't think he gonna be sneaky? I think when people, I don't know. I'm not saying directly to Marcel, right? But I'm saying I think when people say that is because people didn't really take Trump, right? For who he is. People wasn't really reading between the lines, so people wanted Trump to be something else, right? And people realizing he's not who they want him to be. And people starting to say, yeah, man, well, I don't trust him no more. I mean, how many years since we know that the government is not don't give a fuck about the people? Like, I think that's like since like George Bush or some shit like that. Was it? And how many years was that? Right? Since the President George Bush, the people had a good understanding that the government didn't give a fuck about the people. It was all about the rich getting richer. So how the hell like now we still have hope, thinking that we should trust, like they're going it's not gonna be about the rich, it's gonna be about the poor too. Man, we need to quit that. We need to quit that, man, and act like we know.
What's up, Chuzon? Is he here? No.
He jumped back. He said he in the back, but he was here. He left.
Oh, there I go. What's up? What's up with you?
It's good.
My phone tripping, man. Damn. Wi-Fi just went out. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good. You in?
Yeah.
What y'all up to, man? What y'all been talking about? What's up, man? What's up, Naga? What's up, Charles Wise? What's up with you, bro?
Talking about how Trump is the Messiah.
He don't got Wi-Fi. He got what?
No, you the Messiah, Naga. Everybody going at you right now. Nigga, your own team, your own squad going against you, man. What the hell you done, bro?
You peep too, bro. You peep like how they tryna, they tryna. If I didn't get up out of there quick, like they were trying to get the end on me, like they did, like they were trying to do Jesus in the synagogue.
Yeah, I stay out of. That's what Willis McCoy was telling me that last night on my panel. Like, I try to stay out of family business, bro. Y'all family, bro. You family with HOTC, so that's why I try to stay out of it. Let y'all deal with that, man. Y'all like brothers, man.
Now on the real though, I ain't gonna lie though. On the real, I don't really know what the fuck going on, bro. Like that's why I try to, you feel me? I try to pump it out, and let them like yo spit it out. Like yo, what's good with y'all niggas? First of all, when I'm getting right, it's like I brought these niggas out, cause soon as I came in, both of them niggas came in the chat. Then I heard you like, oh yeah, I've been looking for y'all niggas. Oh yeah, 2 for 1. I bet that's even better, right? So that made me think that all right, them niggas wasn't even coming around for a while, right? Because I knew I wasn't coming around for a while, right? Then again, I'm up on the panel now, because I was already, so I'm the first one that came on the panel, start building it. And they came in, with that energy, like yo, like. So I'm like, I let them talk for a little bit. And when I came in, so I'm like, I gotta go in and let these niggas spill whatever the fuck they got going on, because I don't know what the fuck these niggas, why they coming at me like that, because I'm coming is fucking pseudo Thursday, and I'm the pseudo king nigga. I want some pseudo shit, but the way they coming at me, like I don't know what the fuck going on, so I'm finna go off on these niggas so they can spit it out, and I went off. They didn't want to spill nothing out, So I'm like, all right, cool. I
Yeah, it
don't know what
was
the
kind
fuck
of
them
awkward.
niggas,
It was kind of, I finally, nah, I ain't gonna say all that, but yeah, kind of, I guess they said, I guess they don't know that I've been knowing you for a minute. We talked off a lot on the phone. I think Dojo don't know that, because Dojo said, why is he over there with them? True Zone drug him through the YouTube streets. I said, nah, bro, I ain't doing that dirty. I could have been, nah, nigga, you don't. And then, I don't know, bro. The whole, I don't know what the shit was about, man. I
Exactly,
don't
bro.
know.
That's why I'm glad you. That's why I'm glad you said that, bro. Cause what the fuck? What the fuck? That got to do with me? Like what the fuck? That me and you. Let's say me and you had a real problem, and we shit, or we had whatever it was, we squash it. What the hell that got to do with me? Like with me talking? What with me being being the pseudo king on pseudo
Yeah,
Thursday,
but y'all
right?
family though, man. Y'all brothers, man. You been HOTC for a while, man. So y'all brothers, man. That's why I said I try to just stay clear of it. And that's why I did clear that out with Dojo. I said, hey, bro, this is pseudo Thursday. All conspiracies. I said he is. He can, even if it wasn't pseudo Thursday, you still a grown man. You still should be able to say what you want to say and express what you want to say without somebody saying, hey, trying to be the dictate what you say on these platforms. That ain't, nah. You a grown man, bro. It seems to me Dojo was trying to do that. He was trying to like dictate what you were saying. Like, no, I said, bro, no. I cleared it up. I said, no, this is pseudo Thursday. This is what he does, nigga. He told you niggas what it is.
Man, he basically was trying to say that ain't me. He basically trying to say, yo, why I'm up here being fake, knowing that that ain't some shit I believe in, right? Basically, but you don't know what I believe in, bro. You just know, bro, I got my own mind, and there's certain things that we agreed on, bro. Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah, man. You was like, man, you niggas ain't say nothing. The truth zone.
Nah, I
Yeah, everybody.
wasn't really.
That's everybody.
Go ahead.
What's with this Bavarian? What's
Everybody got their own
Bavarian?
mind, bro. That's the
I
beauty
thought
of
that
it,
was
man.
a
Everybody's.
donut.
No, my bad.
I thought Bavarian cream was like Bavarian cream donuts. Remember them from Dunkin' Donuts? Well, now I never knew there was people called Bavarian. I'm not trying to clown them. I'm just saying maybe that's where the name comes from. Maybe they
Yeah,
like
just like
jelly.
Origin. Just like Origin, we think Origin is like some type of a beginning of a start, but Origin was a philosopher name. He's the one that orchestrated the that gave us the an origin story that we think that there gotta be some type of origin, right? But it was a philosopher named Origin.
What's his name? Bavarian, born
Okay.
American businessman, politician,
Yeah,
and co-owner of Macy's department store.
if you take the ST off and put a K, that's my grandma's last name, Kraus. This Strauss.
You a German? This dude German here?
Yeah. Yeah, these are the people I'm trying to see who sunk on the Titanic, because JP Morgan backed out the last second, and so did Rothschild, the Rothschild and Rockefellers. They backed out. Now, if they would have went, they wouldn't be where they are today. Obviously, they'd be dead. But it's just odd how they backed out. They were taking people out of their way. This is one name, Isidore Strauss. Wow. Cause of death. He was a Democrat. Not that that matters, but
Democrat, Republican. I think you had that pulled up earlier. I chimed in for a few seconds. You had the red and blue. And then what's his name? Mental Ninja was on my panel yesterday. He was showing his granddaddy's he was showing his grandfather's Masonic apron. He had the red and the blue. I said it was red, white, and blue. I said it's the same color as the goddamn American flag, all masonry, man. Red, white, blue, red house masonry, red house lodge, blue house lodge, all masonry.
I've had Mental Ninja on my channel, and I remember it was him and me. We were having a convo. We were talking about everything, man. Such a great build. Shout out to Mental Ninja, man. He knows a lot of information. He has a lot of wisdom. But someone in the chat, I'm not gonna name names, but they were saying a bunch of stuff about Mental Ninja in the chat, and I'm like, bro. I talked to him after the live about it. I'm like, why were you putting that shit in the chat like that? Because he was saying things that probably made Mental Ninja never come back. But Mental Ninja, just because he's a Mason, or more or less he's in the OTO, I think it is. So what? Like, people automatically demonize him. And I said something in the chat yesterday. People that don't understand something or know anything about it demonize stuff so quick.
Right. Now, one thing I did tell Mental Ninja, I did convey to that nigga. I said, bro, and I say this all the time. I said, low-level Masons, OTO members, niggas to be a part of the Rosicrucians, the niggas that go cut hair at a barber shop, he might got a Mason ring on. My big brother's a Mason. They really don't know what's going on like that. They just join in a club. It's just like joining a private golf club. It's just like joining a fucking. It's just like joining a club, nigga. You just paying it's just like going to a fucking what's the name of these local places that got up here in the town I'm at? So it's like joining a local pool club. You go play pool with your brothers and y'all just wear y'all attire, but y'all gotta pay y'all dues every month. It's the same shit. But
it's not even about paying dues, man. It's about playing your
it's
role.
Like the YMCA.
It's about playing your role, man. You have a role to play. And if you don't play your role, nigga, your position will be pulled. That's a fact. But once you become a Mason, nigga, they're gonna put you in position, nigga, for you to be, more successful than how you used to be. And if you don't play the role that they,
I was gonna say one more thing, bro. Yeah, you're right. And you reap the benefits from having that membership as being a Mason. Because my big brother, that nigga he had that Masonic license plate. That nigga was catching cases. He was letting the nigga out. I'm assuming he was going showing that ring to his lawyer and to the judge. I'm a Mason, just like you. Let me on out of here. But I'm saying, even on a high level, with the presidents and the prime ministers and these celebrities, they more nefarious with this shit. It's like they showing you we're part of this club. They showing like, nigga, we're part of this club, nigga. We doing these Masonic handshakes, and y'all niggas, y'all can't get in this group. Y'all low level niggas, no, we ain't y'all brothers. It's level to it.
It's not they can't get in this group. They can. It's just that, man. Great power come with great responsibility. So it's a lot of shit that you gotta do. Just like for them to trust the fact that to even bring you around the table, right? Because they just because you join them, nigga, that don't mean that they're gonna trust you. If that was the case, why would be there is any repercussion? Why would there would be a
Right.
oath? Why would be there is anything? So they still gonna have to be able, nigga, to pull, you know what I'm saying, to pull some string. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you get out of line.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying. The Masons, they just a microcosm because some people do sell them niggas as they do use fear mongering with the Masons. Oh man, it's the Masons, man. They're gonna get us all. Which the Masons have done. They have done some diabolical shit. Them high, like I said, them high ranking members. They're part of some diabolical shit that goes on here, man. And they influence a lot of this society's it's influence. They got a lot of influence here. But then, like I said, man, I don't give a fuck for none of them. Rosicrucians, Masons, secret orders of the OTO, secret orders of what's it called? The Scottish Rite, York Rite. Then you got the what's the other fucking organization? You got the Skull and Bones. You got the fucking what's the other? That's another one too. But they dress up like Klan members. I forgot the name of that goddamn group. These are just different groups that you can join, man. That these people join, man. I don't have to join a group. I'm a one-man army. It's all occultic, man. Everybody, but even
hey, no,
when you
let me
deal with
ask
a
you
COVID,
something. Hey, let me ask you something, bro. When you say you were one man army, because I be hearing a lot of people say that. What does that mean? You're one man army into a what? In a battle or a one man army? Like what does that
in
mean?
general, bro, in real life, like this nigga, I stand on my own too. I handle my business by myself, whether it's
All
in
right.
a virtual space or in real life out shit. I go against the whole mob, and even though I'm gonna get my ass kicked, I'm gonna go down, but I am
Exactly.
gonna go down guns blazing. The same thing
But
on
that's
this
what
YouTube, bro.
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. When people say they are a one man army, you put yourself in disadvantage because you're gonna get stuck. You just have a big heart, but your big heart gonna get crushed.
Man, nigga, I'll
Period.
go on a bro. I'll go on a panel by myself with 10 niggas on that motherfucker and go against every nigga on the panel, bro. I done it before. Nigga, I go
Man,
against bro.
Listen, bro. I'm
Bro,
the
I just
king.
went,
I'm
bro.
the
I just
king
went
of
against the
doing it, bro. Listen,
I'm
I'm
bro.
the
I
trying
just
to
went
king.
against
get
the
this
whole
a bigger panel. I'm trying to get more people up here. I sent the link out to a few people.
in my
Listen,
panel.
Suzo.
Yesterday I had 10 people on my panel. I got like seven, bro. My channel growing. I got like 700 views yesterday on that live stream I did. And almost 10
Salute
niggas
to
on that
that.
panel, man.
Yeah,
So
was
my
gonna
channel, I
say that.
remember
I
when I
see
first
your
started, bro,
channel
I had,
growing.
huh?
Don't stop. Don't stop now, True Song. You better ride that wave when it comes. Jump on it. They're not blocking your videos that much. You got traffic coming through. Your subs are going up. Ride that wave. Keep making 2-3 videos a day.
I ain't making them. I just go live, bro. I don't make videos no more. I just go live. Like I'll probably go live later today. It just depends on how I'm
You don't
feeling. I
have to
try to
make
go
no
live.
videos. Just throw up shorts, like, or put a post just to
Yeah,
keep it
you're right.
in circulation. But yeah, that wave's coming to your
I'll be
channel.
trying to tell niggas, man, because I be in different sectors, man. Because a lot of people they become stagnant. They only frequent one sector. I go to different sectors outside of the conscious and spiritual community. So that's why it's different people that come to my channel. Them foreigners that I had up there the other day, what's his name? Apollo and Fernando. All those people come from a different sector that I frequent. That do Exile one that was on my panel. He comes from a different sector because I go to different sectors, bro. I try not to stay in one goddamn sector, man. A lot of people do that. They want to stay in one sector. Everybody knows your name and everybody glad you came. Now fuck all that. I'm gonna venture out.
Yeah, I'm that one nigga that stay in one sector, man. Because I used to go to all sectors, man. I used to do that, man. And you can't do one thing forever. At some point you gotta switch it up. For over 5 years, I've been going into different sectors. Uh, arguing, being that one man army. But like I said, man, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I hold my ground, right? But I get jumped all the time, every time, right? I hold my ground, bro. But
You gotta be able to win. Listen, bro, I done been jumped. I done won a couple battles.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna win the battle. You know, get jumped don't mean you don't win the battle, but it's the fact that you're gonna get jumped all the time. It's never gonna be a fair fight, you know, and that's not. And I don't, even though I could win this battle or some of this battle, and I don't wanna have, I don't want a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stay on my ground in my sector because I know it's gonna be fair with me all the time. Every time it's gonna be fair with me, right? So that's why I stay. I stay there, man.
And let's gonna add on to what you said, Charles. It is hard to stay relevant in his YouTube algorithm because it's a channel in particular. I ain't gonna name his name. You know who he is. As a matter of fact, it's Squid Man. He's been on YouTube way longer than me, bro. I've been doing this a few years, and I got he got 1,000+ subs. I only got 600 something subs, and I get quadruple the amount of views that he gets because people they burn out, man. Nigga, that's why I try to switch up what I'm talking about. I only can talk about the matrix and spiritual and conscious shit so much. So I try to switch it up, man.
But it's true.
I can
But you
talk
gotta
about window
understand.
cleaning. Go ahead.
It's true. It's true. But one thing where Squid fell short at is the fact that he only make his little channel just for himself. He's not opening up for people to come and build and have open, minded, open topics. So he just be just over there by himself, doing the same old shit that he's been doing. So nobody want to hear that, right? People could have come over there just to hear other people if he was allowing other people to be over there. You know what I'm saying? But because he make it, so narrow just for himself, he ain't getting no views, man. He ain't getting no views. How many times, True Zone, you go to somebody's channel, right? And all of a sudden their views start going up, right? Because their algorithm going to tell everybody, hey, going to say, going to tell everybody, oh yeah, True Zone, may be on this panel, right? Going to tell everybody that subscribe to you that you may be on this panel, you may be on this live, right? Or you may watch this video, right? And then these people and the people that
No,
subscribe to
one thing
you,
you right
right?
about that. 'Cause I went back and watched I looked at some of his old content. He should get 400-500 views. But I'm saying that shit fizzled out. People probably got bored. Like, man, this nigga talking about aliens every day. We don't want to hear about this shit every day, nigga. This shit getting boring, man. Talk about a glass of water, nigga. Talk about something else, nigga.
Or at least let somebody else talk about it, man. At least let somebody talk about it. Nah, but yeah, man. I ain't Squid, man.
This shit easy to me, bro. I just picked it. This is my third channel. I'm supposed to been at 1,000+ views, bro. 'Cause my first channel had 500 subs. My second channel had about 600 subs. This channel got about 700. I was supposed to been almost 2,000. I was supposed to been at 2,000 subs, bro. My shit just kept getting deleted.
Yeah, nigga, and you don't follow rules, nigga.
No, I
YouTube,
don't
nigga,
follow the rules.
YouTube is a fucking platform, nigga. So if you're trying to go, nigga, it's like
I was
working.
banging, bro. I was banging on that goddamn. I was banging on that jab a
This
few
one
years
of the
ago. That's why.
guys, John Jacob Astor. He was the richest man on the boat.
On Titanic.
Yeah.
Man, that motherfucking movie, bro. I watched that. My fucking mom's. She rented that movie on VHS tape. We watched that shit in her room, bro. I'll never forget watching that movie, man. 3-hour long movie that talked about that meant nothing. I said, why the fuck is the movie so long? It's about two motherfucking freaks falling in love on a boat and then the nigga dying at the end of the movie. So what the fuck is this shit?
Mm-hmm.
The poor nigga that was in the lower class ended up getting a rich nigga bitch. That's what happened in Titanic.
I wonder if it's that song, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Anyway, these people got stupid money. He was a real estate mogul, German born. And then it says right here, notable people who almost sailed. J.P. Morgan, the American financier, owned the international, what does that say? Mercantile Marine Company, which was
the parent company of the White Star Line. He canceled his booking due to illness. And then Milton Hershey, the owner of Hershey Chocolate, he canceled out too. He's one of the richest people in the world, Milton Hershey. Man, these people got so much so-called money, more like investments, to where they're super paid.
I don't think these people. I think these people more. I think the money, gold, was turned into money because these
Or
people
land.
didn't want, us. They didn't want us to, keep track of how much gold that they, that they, that
Hey,
they
who
had.
that? Willis McCoy in the chat. Hey, Willis McCoy, come up here, man. Come on up here, nigga. Willis McCoy, man, hit that link, man. That was a good conversation you had last night, bro. Thanks for coming up on my panel last night, man. You gotta come up here, man. Come
Good,
on, come on.
McCoy. It's been a minute.
Facts. Real talk. Shout out to the Willis McCoy. But yeah, I think, man, they, that money shit, man, is to cover up the amount of gold that they have. But I think this shit is really about gold, man.
I think it's about control. They don't care about even land. They know they so-called own it all. It's all about control to the fullest. They print the fucking money. They ain't worried about money. They could print their own fucking money. As a matter of fact, when it becomes digital, it's going to be even easier to do what they want because they don't need to print it no more. All they got to do is hit a button like beep, boop, boop.
It's mainly look. It's mainly digital now because a lot of people do tap to pay. My daughter got a bank account, bro. She don't carry no cash on her. She takes her phone. She taps her phone on the damn thing. It's digital. A lot of people don't carry. Like, even when I run my business, bro, a lot of my transactions come via digital invoices. People send me invoices. There's not no hand-to-hand transactions. So we pretty much been digital for the past 5-10 years.
What do you think of this punchline I made?
Since 2020, a lot of people don't know that's
Zone.
what 2020 was implemented. COVID was implemented, basically that digital system. That's why people couldn't go out, right? So most of everything had to be done online.
Yes, that's how it's done now. Everybody's doing tap to pay. Nobody carrying no cash on them. My old lady in there, she go to the store, she not pulling out no cash. She tapping the phone. I said, what the fuck? Because I asked her, I said, when the fuck they start doing tap to pay? I was like, man, I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna pull out a $20 bill and pay. They pull their phones out, tapping it on the cash register. Boom, it's done. People ordering groceries online. People not going inside of the grocery store shopping anymore. You can get your groceries delivered to your front porch.
It went from cash to strip, from chip to RFID. Sending money through the ether using digital currency.
But you gotta think though, bro. I feel like it's a part of that great reset. Coming out of the it's just an industrial revolution going into this new phase of this industrial revolution where everything is less analog and more digital. So that's what the Great Reset was about. That's why they implemented, it's the 2020 epidemic was to implement that Great Reset, resetting everything to where it's not going to be like it was when we was coming up in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Going into the fourth industrial revolution. So that's why some people might feel like, and that's the end of the world, man. No, it's the fourth industrial revolution. We're leaving out of the third one, going into the fourth one. I'm pretty sure when the fifth industrial revolution comes, they're gonna reset everything again. People gonna feel like, oh man, everything's the end of the world. We about to die, man. Oh, bro, it's called evolution on the industrial level, on the technological level.
I think that was just like a transfer. I think what the reset is when they're going, because everything at some point everything going to operate online. So digitally they'll be able to erase everything, right?
Everything's more technological now, bro. They go on for more. Back, you gotta think. Like, I don't want to cut you, bro, but 20-30 years ago, everything was more analog, bro. It was more ran by man. This
That's
fourth
what I'm
industrial
saying.
revolution is more technological. It's going to be ran by the machines. It's going to be ran by
That's what I'm
robots.
saying. It's a transfer right now. That's why I'm saying
Right.
everything is transferring right now. So
Right.
once everything transfer, now they could implement it, the reset. Now they can just erase everything, whether it's history, right? Whether it's data, all of that. They can just erase it, and there won't be no trace of it, which is the reset. So everything will have
Right.
to start, from
And,
it have
and
to
when
be
they
close.
reset, and when they do another great reset, and they go into a fifth industrial revolution, I can guarantee by that time it won't be school teachers in the classroom no more. It'll be robots in there teaching the kids. It'll
That's
be AI.
terrible.
It'll be AI in there teaching the kids. It ain't gonna
Robots.
be no. It's not gonna be a physical human in there teaching no kids. It's gonna be AI or a
Who's
robot in
your
there.
teacher today? Michael Jackson? The robot version.
It's just it is what it is. We
He'll
probably won't be
moonwalk.
around. We'll probably be old men and old women by that time come. But they've been doing resets, bro. The last going to the second industrial revolution, going into the third industrial revolution was a reset. They resetted everything. They left niggas. Niggas used to ride horses and carriages and shit like that. And niggas started driving cars. So back then, people was probably scared of the technology. Man, we used to ride horses. Now we gotta drive cars. Now
That,
niggas probably was scared. People probably was scared of that. So even
that's
now,
what I said
everything is
about
going.
they've been watching us for a long time. Like even in the 1600s, they had cameras. I think they've been watching. They reset it, and then it's like letting people out of a cave. I guarantee you, they watch people to see how they so-called evolve, right? How they probably make people in the laboratory after they reset everything and they release them. But they know some people will survive the reset. What's going
Yeah,
on
man,
here?
the reset is dealing with the system, man, not the people or the
We
land or
survived.
anything, man. The reset is just the system. It's not the people, it's not the land, it's not nothing.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right now. You're right now. No, it's not the
Ooh.
people. It's not none of that. It's the system that they reset, bro. The last time it's gonna be another reset where they're gonna reset everything. This time they going more technological. The technology is advancing. AI is becoming more prevalent. That's what that reset was about. 10 years ago, niggas wasn't getting groceries delivered to their door like that. Everything has been reset to where it's more the technology, the AI is taking over.
Yeah,
It
they
can either be
reset the
investment,
system. It's going to be
right?
a
I'm saying,
domino effect of other things. It's going to create
right.
war.
But
It's going to burn down the cities, killing each other. People are going to be going to the rich area, trying to get them out of their underground facility so we could body slam them on their fucking face.
I'm
My
saying
God.
this happened before though. The last great reset was the second industrial revolution going into the third. Because before that, niggas was driving around on horses, like I said, and then they came out with cars. Now, this fourth industrial revolution, you got Tesla cars driving themselves. That's the reset right there. That's the reset. The way saying, hey man, we don't need gas powered cars no more. We don't need none of that. We got these
That's
smart
true.
cars. You see what I'm trying to say?
That's true. 100%.
Yeah, they saying, hey man, you know what? We don't need gas powered cars no more. We don't need fuel emissions. We gonna go more. The car gonna drive itself. Matter of fact, the reset gonna be you can get in your car. It's more convenient for you. The car's gonna drive you to Walmart. The car's gonna drive you when you go on vacation. You don't need to drive it no more.
Guess
Same
guess
thing.
guess what that part is again? The car gonna take your ass to jail, nigga. Lock your ass in there, nigga. Now, nigga, I'm going to jail, nigga. I can't even break my window. None of that shit. I can't open my door, nigga. I'm going straight to jail. Car gonna take you everywhere, man. Technology, you gonna use technology for everything, man. But a lot of people don't know that the reset is just a code that people need to decode, right?
And what did they say during the Great Reset? I think Klaus Schwab with the WEF, the World Economic Forum, they said you will own nothing and you will be happy. They only telling everybody what niggas been civilization people have been owning nothing and still been happy. So they telling y'all in this fourth industrial revolution, y'all gonna own
that in my
nothing.
rhyme, I said that one of my rhymes where I said, I forgot who said it, that you will own nothing and be happy. I said that must be a joke. And I forgot the rest. I said, something, the war will be invoked. You'll be gasping for air like an asthmatic choke.
And that was right. We've been owning nothing and we still been happy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What, they don't even own shit here. So the joke's on them, but they saying, hey man, we're gonna give you this Tesla car. We're gonna make it $100,000. You gonna make car payments on that bitch. You would never own it. You would never own it. But you still gonna be happy with riding in your Tesla car. That's what they were saying, bro. It's not like they gonna come on, man. Yeah.
They mean land, air. They're even gonna charge us to inhale clean air. You know, like, I just don't get it, man. These people need a severe ass whooping. The shit they've done, like, when you know, I'm not going to keep bringing all the same stuff up I bring up. People know what the fuck they're doing, but I don't know. I guess it's not lethal enough to do anything about it. I don't know. Maybe they'll have to dump another 80 gallons of C8 into the river.
You know, Bruce McCoy, you remind me of Bruce McCoy. You remind me of one another with y'all stances on how y'all feel about the government and the status quo. And
I try to get them to come up, McCoy.
Yeah, and I agree with both of y'all on y'all stance on how y'all look at the government, because a lot of people feel like that. Bruce McCoy says, why are they doing this to me? Because the fact is, man, I told him last night, I said, bro, this shit's been running like I told you before. I said all these civilizations were ran just like this right here, bro. They might have had a different system. They might have had more of an authoritarian system. This system right here is more a little bit more laid back, where you got a little bit more freedom. But at the end of the day, it's always been ran by the same entities, man. They control the majority of the resources here. They hold the majority of the wealth. And it's always been like that, bro. It's always been like that. I don't know, shit. You can probably go back thousands of years. If you go back, you start really digging, you're gonna see the same people, the same bloodline in control of this shit right here, man. It's not gonna change, bro. People say it's wishful thinking. We should overthrow the government, but even then, even if you do overthrow the government, you're still gonna have those people at the very, very top that you don't see, that you don't know their names. They remain anonymous. They're still gonna control this shit. Like I say all the time, even if John Connor overthrows Skynet, John Connor's gonna be motherfucking compromised. He's gonna be compromised, bro.
Look, though, you're right, but the government is already being overthrown. You're right when it comes to us. When it comes to us over here,
1913
have a little bit more freedom.
Is when America was overthrown.
Look how they make it, right? Yeah,
America was overthrown. America was overthrown when colonizers came here and took this land and not took the land, but I ain't gonna say tricked. Come on, man. America was overthrown when colonizers and foreigners came here, bro. When colonizers,
I'm talking about politically, like our so-called system.
Not America.
Yeah, the land was overthrown.
Not America, though. America was never overthrown. The United States, we're talking about, not America. Shit.
No, the people got their land.
I'll be like, bro,
some people say the Indians. Some people say those tribes played the white man. They got over on them, but I don't think the so-called Indians are looking at the long run. But anyway, somebody's in the back.
Yeah, I feel what you said when you said in 1913 the Federal Reserve was implemented. They had a meeting, matter of fact. They had a meeting during that Christmas break. And the Federal Reserve came in and they started printing money, man. You should somebody.
Damn, McCoy, I'm disappointed, man.
Is he up here?
No. Yeah, true. Sir Drop don't even come through no more.
Well, Sarah was on the panel all night last night. I think the nigga got inebriated and passed out on the panel because I don't know what the hell he just muted up and never said anything again. And nigga thought he was gonna be able to roast me.
I think he
Hey,
works,
Sir Drop,
so.
nigga. If you listen to Sir Drop, nigga, you can't out roast me, bro. You got your ass cooked, nigga. At least he admitted he said he had truth on you cooked me, bro. It's all good though.
I listened to some of it yesterday. I couldn't come up because I was out doing stuff, but it was a damn no, it's not true. I think I listened for an hour, and I said, man, this is a good stream. And I wanted to tell that lady that I wasn't, when I wrote down people that don't understand stuff like to demonize it, and she said a little bit later, she was like, I'm not demonizing, but I wasn't speaking to anyone in particular that was in the chat or on the panel. I was just saying in general, because a lot of Christians, they will demonize this and that because they know nothing about it. They'll swear Satan's their enemy, but know nothing about the enemy. So how can you defeat an enemy you know nothing about? Anyway, I'm just saying. No. Can y'all see this? Yeah, boy. Yeah, a lot of people haven't been coming through lately, which is fine. I'm not crying about it. I'm just, it's what it is.
You said nobody been coming through. Like, what you? That happens to me, bro.
There's a channel where this guy has watermelons. I shit you not, man. These two brothers, I think they are. And they put elastics on it. These huge elastics until it bursts. They'll keep putting elastics. And then they'll be like, if you want me to put 10 elastic bands at once, donate $50. I shit you not. People are donating 50, 100, 200. I'm like, yo, this is where the money's at. I'm gonna pull the video up one day. People think I'm bullshitting. I couldn't believe the money he was pulling in. And then I thought, there's got to be something to this. It's just too good to be true.
But look, this is a scam. So what these people would do, they will have a team, right? Yeah. Where each one of them, they will go live at different time. But why they go
other
live?
People to donate. I think I know where this is going. Go ahead.
Yeah, facts. So they would donate. You feel me? They would donate on the Ghost account, to the money. They would get it back, right? But they would just donate to each other, and keep on doing on a different account, and then other people will feel like, oh yeah, now I gotta donate. Let me donate to do certain thing, to get whatever, whether it's a comment, read, or a shout out, or whatever the case may be. That's how they do it. Even Sanchez be doing it too.
Yeah, I figured that. I thought about it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, if you have 5 people donated to you, right, consecutively, right, somebody else gonna feel the need to donate too. They be like, oh yeah, man, let me send that, let me do this, let me do that. It's just basically the thing is saying that if you send enough shit to a wall, some gonna stick.
Huh. Not if he's constipated, it won't.
I'm talking about something going to stick to the wall. Like if you keep throwing enough shit to a wall, like eventually something going to stick to the wall. Basically, eventually a piece of shit going to stick to the wall.
I'm trying to find these. Oh, right here. This guy we looked at. Ooh. Isidore and Ida Strauss. I don't know if Ida made it, but Isidore didn't.
But if you ask me, Charles,
that's huge.
Hey, Charles, Charles, if you ask me, I think you should do the same thing.
What?
The same shit we just talking about climbing up the pyramid scheme. If you ask me, I think you should do it. If your channel is monetized, I feel like you should do it. You should get like 5 people, solid people. You know, you have them. You know, send you money. You send them back to them, and you get people. You know, to eventually start donating to you. So you make some more money.
I mean, it's not a bad plan.
Bro, this is it. This is capital. This is this is the capitalistic way of life.
Capitalism.
We live in a capital world. Like how are you gonna capitalize if you're not gonna create a strategy? If you're not gonna create your own system, your own way.
Look at this.
At the end of the day, you're not just getting the money, the people for free. You getting the money because you're doing something.
Look, Alfred Gwynn Vanderbilt. That's a black man. How much you want to bet? And 2.
Vanderbilt. How is that a black man?
Because I know. No, I don't know, but I'm guessing. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, because I don't know. Alfred. Yeah, if he's an American, he's probably a black man. Vanderbilt the third. See?
No.
A white man.
Man, I bet you he stole his identity. Because there's so-called black people that have that last name, Gwynn and Vanderbilt. I thought of Tony Gwynn. But, because this guy is a major sportsman, it said. So I thought for sure. He's a model. Look at how he's modeling right there. You know who he looks like? That fighter in MMA with the colorful hair and shit. What's his name?
The guy that fight Floyd?
Forgot his name, man. He's got I'll get him. Come on, picture. Let's go, dude. This fucking thing's slow as molasses on fucking heroin. Bastards. Let's see if it'll let me save it. Man, come on. I'm gonna fall asleep here, computer. Thought this computer was A1. Back, Dean. Let's see how this stupid picture looks. Don't tell me to save the whole page. Are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking weird, dude. Yeah, we're gonna have to go into Wikipedia here. What's going on, Gwen? Alfred Gwynn Vanderbilt. Damn, I need that picture though. 1877. Yo. Oh, now you're playing games, dude.
I think nobody don't. I think no. A lot of people can't beat the system because nobody because they're not willing to be the system, to be it, right? Because to beat the system is to be it, right? Like Neo, like how Neo
To
became the
beat like a
system,
heartbeat.
right? So a lot of people, winning. A lot of people is looking at the system like, oh, nah, this shit is evil. So I can never,
No, the
I can't
system
never.
ain't evil. It's the people in the system that's evil. That are using the system and that they're using the system to commit evil. But the
This is
system
true.
itself is evil.
This is true. This is why they always run away with the system. They never left the system behind. They never leave no trace in order for you to that lead to the system so you can recreate it for yourself. We say that they stole it from us and they're running with it. Then every time we about to catch them, they start running again. They're the running man, right? But yeah, I do agree, man. I don't think it's the system, that's bad. I think it's the people that's using it wrong, and they know it. That's why, like I said, they always trying to cover this shit up. Because if I felt like had the people know how to build themselves their own system, ain't no way they would be crying about about stealing the system from us. Oh, they stole our shit, man. If we know how to build that shit, like we said we build that shit, how about we just say, all right, fuck it, let's build another one. But I think because we don't know how to build another one, we ain't got no choice but to cry and whine about, shit that they took from us. But if you ask me to beat the system, you gotta beat the system.
Of course. Just like in order to defeat your enemy, you must become your enemy.
That's right. That's right. That was in my Israelite voice. That's right.
There's German fighting for Israel. Nah, I wouldn't fight on either side. Damn. Oh yeah. That's all you gotta do. Ooh. There he is, Sean O'Malley. His birthday's coming up. Oh, he's a champion? Since when?
He's a
Pantanoida.
champ or a champalier. Sugar, yo. That's his name. Sugar. Oh, God, dude. Whew. I gotta find a picture. Making sure I didn't get booted out of here. Man, I guess McCoy was like, fuck Chuck. Nah, he has his
Man,
children.
you
So
can't take
Nah.
you can't
McCoy
take
probably
this.
at work.
Yeah, you can't take that shit personal, bro. Because a lot of people they come to my panel for a while, man. My matter of fact, my co-host, I'm saying my old co-host Truther, she used to
I was
pull the
saying
very.
that to get him to come up, but I forgot he
Oh yeah,
works and he has his children.
you can't take this shit personal, man. McCoy didn't come to my panel for a while. Especially when I had that damn beef going with what's his name. When I had that shit going with Bobby Knight, a lot of people felt bad for me for a while, but that's all good. I get it.
Yeah,
Niggas
you
got to
know it's
choose a side.
crazy. People that'll tell you not to choose sides would end up choosing sides.
Oh yeah, that's what happens, bro.
I've had
A lot
people tell me, "Oh man, you should see things from the center and not choose sides." And then when a certain situation happened, they're nowhere to be found because they chose the other side.
Yeah, that's what happens a lot of times. People, but then again, people will make their way back to you, man.
It could be a blessing that they're gone. Damn, trying to find this picture, man. That dude looked just like. Anyway, it's not that important, but you can't tell me this guy don't look like Sean O'Malley. Is Sean O'Malley time traveling?
You says who?
Sean O'Malley. He's time traveling, that guy. This Sean O'Malley's great uncle. Nah, I don't know. But I know two things. What time is it? Oh, okay. I know one thing. After this Charlie Kirk thing, there's going to be a lot of laws put in place, man. And I think they're working towards taking our so-called freedom of expression. I know they're working towards that. I feel it. That, and just if the Constitution, like, even though, I don't know, sometimes I even think that's why it's called a constitution, because we're in an institution getting conned. It's called they're called bills because that's what we use to pay them with, paper, right? They're calling you $5 bill, your $10 bill. You're gonna pay bills with it. it's funny how money is used for currency, right? But there's dead people on it. So how big is the current, right? Dead people don't carry current in the sea. They sink. So we got this dead weight in this currency. It's just, you get it? Like, it don't even make sense. You're going to put dead people on currency. Peace, Naga. Naga's out.
What happened, Charles? Knock it bounce. I'm gonna get my day started, bro. I gotta go to work. I gotta get ready to go out of town this weekend, man.
Yeah.
So you be easy, my G. I'm gonna get up out of here, bro.
All right, Tucson.
All right, peace. All right.
He said be right back. We'll see. Now my phone is fully charged. Charged. Yeah, I have to, within an hour, I'm jumping off of here. Just for the fact I have to get my verse in today. It's all written, it's complete. I've made my mind up of what. I still feel as though I don't want it to be finished. To be honest, I'm not fully satisfied, and I feel as though I'm missing stuff, but I could talk about them in other songs or other tracks. I don't know what I'm gonna name this track. I was gonna name it Conspiracy, but considering Hurricane really isn't talking conspiratorial stuff, I am, and I don't know what Drop's gonna say, but I do want to make a song called Conspiracy, though, and talk about everything that people said was bullshit and we don't know what we're talking about. What do you guys know? I really don't see that too much anymore. Dang, there was something I wanted to look up. Some military operation. I forgot the name. Are you a columnist or colonist? Zinc, cadmium sulfide. That's wild, man. They were spraying that in the hood, I'll call it, in the black, certain area of town, right? These pieces of shit were spraying zinc, cadmium sulfide, which now the place where they sprayed that, the people are sick. But I hate to say it, like I've been saying forever, they'll come out, they'll admit they did it, they'll talk about it, throw a little money to those who live long enough to defeat them in court, and they'll get away with it, and they'll just continue to poison the next people. Man, I'm sick and tired of this cycle. But I'm not trying to make it. It's never about me. It's about stopping the cycle of poisoning. But I don't think most people really give a fuck until it's too late. And I've seen this over and over and over, where they'll come out and admit they did it,
like a slap in the fucking head. It's like getting slapped in the head with a fucking, what's the heaviest metal? It's like getting smacked in the head with a wiffle ball bat filled with fucking steel or cement. That's a great idea, to open up the top of a wiffle ball bat and fill it with cement. Holy shit. But yeah, it is wild how they'll come out, admit they did the shit. And fucking just continue to poison people afterward. Nothing happens to them. They admit they did it. They don't go to prison. That doesn't seem wrong to anyone? Or is it just me? You know how long I fought to get back in? Jesus Christmas. Fucking bullshit, man. Anyway. Let's take a look at the Wu-Tang Clan back in 1912. Now let's look at these old New York City pictures before they knocked down this right here. Looks pretty original. Look at those buildings to the right. They look like the Twin Towers. And you know what's wild? Those buildings to the right, they have the pillars at the top. That looks exactly like the building in Hartford. It has pillars on the top, just like that. The Empire State Building, the Singer Building. Wow, look at that building over there. That looks like two buildings slapped together. That high building over there. Man, look at this architecture. That building's gone. That building's gone. That building's gone. This is the Singer Building abandoned. I mean, look at the fucking architecture. I mean, look at the woodwork, the trim. You'll never see nothing like this unless you're like super fucking rich and you got all the money in the fucking world and you could pay a really, really, really good carpenter and a really, really good person who does sheetrock. As a matter of fact, I think that's like wood trim. So that would mean all that stuff is carved by hand, most likely. All right. Look at this. I'm trying to do two things at once here. What's up, Fred?
Not much.
What are
Hey,
you doing?
I'm kind of feeling like a 2-course meal without saying grace.
Did you get when I said that? You know what I mean, right? It's
Yeah,
kind of like a disrespect. Like they're not worth nothing. A
yeah.
two-course meal. I don't even think those exist. But it wasn't a 5-course.
I don't know. You were talking about the guy with the watermelon and the rubber bands earlier.
Oh yeah.
I seen that, and I was like, I watched some streams where they got that vertical deal where you can stream up and you can scroll up and down and look at other streams,
Yeah.
and you're just like, you got these girls just sitting there putting on their makeup and somebody playing some video game, and it's ridiculous. They got like 1,000 people watching them do this bullshit. I mean, why aren't they watching shit like you? What's going on here? They just don't give a damn.
It's because YouTube don't push. Like I'm almost to the point where I think they just don't push channels like this,
I don't know what it is, man. It's crazy because people aren't even interested about finding out about what you're doing here. You know what I mean? They don't even care. They think they already know what's going on in the world. They just don't care.
Every time
And
I
there's,
think I know, I learn something new.
yeah, you don't know.
Mm.
It's not that you find out the truth, you find out what's wrong. That's all you find out. You never find out the truth. You just find out this ain't right.
Look at this. This is the old Penn Station before they knocked it down, man. I love this building. I mean, look at the inside. Like, it's
It's huge.
15 feet tall, I think, built this.
No, that's more than 15 feet. That's like 30
taller?
feet. Yeah. Because it's got a
That's
doorway and there's stairs.
Solid granite. Yeah, I know. Imagine how heavy this stuff was. I mean, granite is super heavy as it is.
Yeah.
Man, imagine one of these columns. Holy shit. You need cranes for sure.
Well, look at that doorway. It's like the door's got to be like 7 or 8 feet tall, right? And there's like 5 or 8 feet going up to them. So yeah, it's like 30 or 40 foot tall. That's huge.
Makes me wonder a lot of things. Then you look at this. I mean, these type of buildings are all over Hartford. I've shown almost all of them, and I'm surprised they're still standing, because a lot of these buildings they're gutting a lot of them. It's like they got a whole grant or something in Connecticut, the Make America Better grant or something. So they're going in and gutting these old buildings and redoing the insides. So all that old trim, for the most part, it most likely it will be gone. I'm gonna try to check some of these buildings out. One of my favorite buildings, I could see through the window, and they already gutted all the sheetrock out. They're putting metal frames up, metal. It's not wood. They're gonna use that metal studs and shit. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
I hated putting those things in. You need a nail gun for the cement.
They get rid of all the details and just make it look plain and clean. And it's like, oh, that looks great.
It's terrible. It's too late. They could do whatever. It's pretty much too late for the most part. That's probably the only thing they can do is try to gut these buildings or do whatever they can to make them look normal. That's about the only move they have left. But other than that, unless they kill us, the truth's out there, man. That their history is fallacy.
I don't know. You go to these state capitals and you look up at the ceiling, and it's all like detailed, and there's artwork up there and stuff, and it's like, what is that all about?
Yeah,
they were trying to tell us something.
They even painted over, thanks to Jay Dreamers, man. I thought it was some bullshit until I went to the fucking website that the Washington D.C. I forgot which one it is, but if you go to the website and you look at the dome, you could see it, the North Pole, how it had the 4 lands. But that's in the Washington, D.C. dome, those 4 lands at the North Pole. It's up there. And they try to cover it with white paint, and that's where they fucked up because it bled through. Yeah. So the North Pole is truth. Why else would it be up on that dome in the government building? And their first thought was to cover that up. So if they cover that up in the government building and then they took it off the maps, that says a lot.
Yeah. Well, another thing is they didn't just like paint pictures.
Oh.
It's like sculpted in there, like details, so you can't just paint over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're covering names up. Like they got granite. There's this church. It was a church. I don't know what it's going to be now, but they were gutting it. So one day I'm walking by. I'm going to look at some more architecture to really go around these buildings and look. And, I just happened to look up and I could see them filling in the letters that name the church. And this is solid granite. So they're filling it in and sanding it, and you can't even tell there was a name there. I'm thinking, why are they covering it up? But maybe because they're going to put a new sign. But hey, Tammy. What? They put a dead people with a dead language. Man, anything that has to do with this system is dead. And Washington, D.C., the D.C. is not District of Columbia, it's a direct current. Because that building would be like the generator that generates the country. So it's a direct current out. But yeah, it's just all dead garbage. Anything that has to do with money's dead. You got crypto, you got fucking dead people on the bills. There ain't no current in that sea, that's for sure.
Yeah, all the shit's dead and we're feeding it. We're giving it back to life.
I'm just tired of this fucking system. I'm tired of watching friends and well, no more family. I haven't seen my family in years, well over 15 years. But I'm tired of watching people sick and dying of cancer and all these sicknesses, and I'm just tired of this government just fucking sucking people's life dry, right? And just fucking people over, man. I don't know how other people don't get tired of it, but I sure am.
Well, the thing is they don't want to kill us. They just want us to live suffering. They want us to live in misery.
They're killing us. They're poisoning everything.
Slowly.
That's even more sick, no?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They want us to live in misery, and it makes them get off, I think.
Yeah.
They're sitting there rubbing their palms together. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got him.
Yeah, those people are something else. They're a bunch of old hags.
They breed psychopaths to be in charge of us. And we don't even see it.
It's terrible, man. Terrible.
Because we're just trying to live. We're just going along and get along and shit.
Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. Give me 1 second.
All right, go for it. Drop a deuce for me.
All right. I don't know why that picture showed up, but this architecture is in, I think, India or the Hindu. But man, this stuff, you see a lot of this stuff. There's stuff on the Egyptian pyramids. Man, there's this piece that looks like a pillar. I forgot the name of it. I always forget the name. The Jed pillar. There we go. I thought of it.
The Jed pillar?
This stuff's weird. Like, look, this shows giants, people at least 15 feet tall, getting their feet cleaned by us, regular sized people. Then it shows this fat belly looking dude. It's almost like they're caressing these animal like people. Almost like, basically she's gonna have sex with a fucking elephant. Like, I know they worship elephants in some of these countries, but man, looks like she's about to get busy with this elephant.
The elephant's got a beer gut.
Yeah, no. And it drinks beer through its nostril. The elephant tusk.
The tusk got chopped off. Look. They defaced it.
Yeah. Wow. It's probably gold. That's why. No. But look at this, man. I don't know. I think this is the inside part where the water collects, but look at that. It's like a story. It's amazing stuff, man. Amazing, amazing stuff.
I mean, how did they chisel all that out?
3D
How'd they make
printing.
it?
I think it's 3D printing most of this. Like, you know, it's crazy. What if, all right, let's say a Titan, let's say somebody was 20 feet tall, right? And let's say they built a giant 3D printer. Why not? If we can build 3D printers our size, why couldn't someone taller do it? Because
You
that
ever
looks
get the
3D printed to me.
You ever get the feeling that technology isn't at its apex? It's been here before and just
Hell
got
yeah.
lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Tomb Raider was about. It wasn't about finding like skeletons and shit, maybe, but the main was to get relics. Remember in the video games, like Tomb Raider was all about
Yeah.
relics. And then you would find these pieces that were missing, and when you put the piece in, this whole thing would start up. It'd be like ancient technology. And not just Tomb Raider, you had Indiana Jones. And then look in the Middle East, it's real life now. Now you're gonna get to the Middle East when soldiers are starting to say they went to the Middle East to find relics. That was his exact words. That they needed to find these relics. Now, the Vajra is a fucking relic. The fascist is a relic. Ancient technology. That's what they're gonna start. That's what they took the towers out with. I think ancient technology, directing energy.
Well, look at these ladies on this statue. They got breast implants. That ain't natural tits. There ain't no way.
You might be right. You know, they do say that sometimes, even when I was younger, I felt like I've been here and done this already. And I still feel like that sometimes. Like, man, something ain't right. I've done this before. Yeah, they got breast implants, and they got little. These giants got us cleaning their feet. Look at the other one under the horse. There's a guy or woman literally boosting up somebody. Then you got another person. Well, that's a regular sized person. Hold on. How do I get rid of this? These little people are everywhere. Then the statue next to it is this one. That thing's stepping on a fucking... Damn, it's using the trident into the back, the cat's neck or the cow's neck. That thing's got like 16 arms. No.
Stepping on it, pushing it down.
Yeah, the police are outside.
Oh,
To use the bathroom. Those people that were arguing, someone called the cops. I hate that shit, man. Neighbors are so fucking nosy. Unless they called the cops on each other, which they probably did. Back in the days, none of that shit would happen, man. No one was calling the police. People fought it out and then went their separate ways. Now everyone wants to call the police like little pussies. Come help me.
Police will come and give you a beat down. I'm calling the cops.
Karens. This guy said, I knew this chick named Karen. She hit me and my man off. Now we call her Sharon. Yep. Now there's a woman with the elephant head, and there's a little woman at the top on her shoulder, petting the elephant, I think.
Yeah.
And look at the little people at the bottom holding the book up. Now, why is she stepping on the book? Dude, she got a camel toe and a half. I'm just realizing this. The one on the left. Oh my God. She has nothing on, I don't think. Oh Lord. Doom, doom, doom. That's a small woman, no? A midget?
Where at?
Right here. Look at her feet. What's this? Hmm?
Oh man.
Oh, hold on. This one.
This one's more realistic, man. She's got a gut, no tits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's a midget. These women, though, were probably the ones that were like for the king and stuff, depending on their fetish. But what the hell is? I don't even want to know, man. I don't want to know.
Head on a stick.
Let's see this again. This, you know, I'm gonna get a lot of stuff for this, but man, listen. I'm just not buying it. I don't, you know, people that had things to say. A lot of people got shit for calling stuff out. You know, people are like, how can you say that? He has a family. You know, I've seen it on TV. All types of stuff. There's a lot of people crying that don't even know him. And that's the purpose. What's good, Bex, Hurricane? You know what's crazy, Hurricane? If you watch the video, their exact conversation that was going on when it happened was, yeah, I know. He used to say, listen, yeah, Dark Chameleon, man. I didn't believe he passed away at first. I thought people were trolling me, but that's why I shot him out in my song, because he used to always come through and show love. But now where was I? Oh yeah, they were talking about mass shootings, and it just so happened when the guy said 5, you hear the, and I'm thinking, you know, coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. Right when they're talking about mass shooters, you mean to tell me the guy shot him? Like, come on. What's the chances of that? And what's the chances of the fucking guy zooming in and then the gun goes off? And right before the bullet hits the guy, he's zooming out. So it reminded me of the 9/11, man. When the helicopter zoomed in and a plane showed up all of a sudden. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy zoomed in and all of a sudden the shot goes off. Like, how are these people in these perfect angles and got cameras out already? And how? And it figures that's Trump's boy, man. You know, him and Trump were like, you know, conversing on how they're gonna. Now watch what laws come out. That's what you need to watch. The laws that are gonna be put in place after this. Because they keep doing these things over and over, all these incidents, and they're not going after the criminals, right? They're making laws to penalize the people that can carry guns legally. Look at all the laws that are against them. Who penalizes people that are legally carrying? The government. All them
They
gun
try to
laws
make laws like they're. They try to make these laws like they're helping, but they're really just hurting. They're making shit worse.
That's what they want. I'm waiting to see what laws they put in. Yeah, that's what I said. That, which is thank you, man. That's exactly what I said, man. I said if that was real, number one, there would have been a low hole in the neck, but the back would have been fucking blown out, and it would have went everywhere. There was none of that. They can't tell me it was a small caliber because the distance this guy was, you have to have a nice caliber. That dude is pretty far, but yeah, they're doing all this to this guy. You know, if you know him, he used to speak out against the so-called left. But you know, I think it's gonna have to. They're gonna start censoring speech. Watch, they're gonna try to do all this shit, and people better. We better not. I don't know. You know what? I don't even know why I say that because people will burn down the city when their team loses a Super Bowl, but when they take our rights, you hear nothing. So that's how fucked up we are as a country.
Here's what I couldn't see in that is I didn't see where the bullet left, and there was stuff behind him. So you should have seen where the bullet hit something behind him after it hit him, right? It should have gone through. You know what I mean? He had that tent with the backdrop.
The footage they show is just terrible. Zooming in, zooming out, and that's all purposely done. Because every other incident they had, people were tearing these things apart, and they know it's gonna get torn apart, and the truth's gonna come out. We're gonna get called disrespectful, crazy. And it happened on 9/11. I mean, I thought that was odd. I was trying to do a little bit of what's that called? The gematria. And yeah, I'm just not good at that, man. That gematria stuff. What's up, Candy? How you doing? Yeah, this right here, that's all I kept thinking about the more I watch it, is where's the blood splatter in the back? I don't care what no one tells me. Listen, I know, man. That shit'll open the back of your head up like a fucking... I mean, look how fake that looks. You mean the impact would have threw him back if it was that hard, that impact. Look, that's a heavy impact right there, but he didn't even move. Only that little part in his chest moved. Come on. That shit would have flew him right off that chair. That impact that hard. You could tell that was I don't care what nobody says. That CGI'd in. People are gonna go at me now. Oh man, that's he has family, and watch, you're gonna come at me for that. I've already watched channels. I'm not gonna name names because I respect these artists as artists. A few of them are conservatives, which that's fine. That's their choice. But I'm just disappointed in people are so quick to push a narrative and they don't even look into it. It's almost like I think they're trying to that they have an agenda, and they're actually pushing that agenda that the left is completely evil and the right isn't, which that's nonsense.
Well, whoever shot him, he missed by about a foot because he was aiming for right between the eyes or a little bit above. What happened?
It almost, I don't know if that's the mic on this shirt, but it's almost like the black hole goes from his front part to his neck.
Yeah.
Almost like, see it? Boom. No, it's there. Hey. Now it's on his neck. And it stays there. That's weird. This guy reminds me of too, that wrestler. That WW, not WW, MMA fighter. Chismo, whatever. I'll get his name. But yeah, how many people think that this was set up? Oh, it was the 10th? Oh, okay. I wonder what I could. Oh, that's true. Thank you, my higher self, for reminding me. Now you could shut up and stop talking in my head. What movie was that where it was like, get out of my head? Some military movie. Do biddy 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 do 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 do. What's this? Oh. Yeah, there was a revolution by Gen Z, and we missed it. I forgot why I screenshotted this. American right wing influencer. Utah, anyway. I did some gematria, but I just stopped there. I didn't keep going. I was trying to like, but I didn't see any matches really. Nope. His first name Charlie in Assassination. It's about as close as it could be. And that's nothing. Other than that, there ain't no matches. I need to try other things, but you know who's gonna be who's real good at this, man? Simple Truth. Look at this I found. That's I think that's United Nations desk. But look at the desk. It's got a round circle. All the people in black would be like the ice wall. Or a barrier, whatever. I personally don't think there's an ice wall that goes all the way around. But anyway, there's a big tree at the center, or that's supposed to be representing the tree at the center. Yeah, can someone explain this? Because I need to know.
Who is the guy they're all looking at?
Where?
At the bottom of the screen.
Whoa.
They're all focused on the one guy.
There's no guy here.
No, on that picture with the United Nations.
Oh, I don't know. I took it away. I erased it out of the lineup. Who's Kit Carr's son?
Kit Carson?
That's 5 Speed.
There you go. You got it.
What's up, 5 Speed? Look at this.
Not much.
No state says no state shall convert a liberty into a license and charge a fee thereof. Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, 319 US 105. If the state converts a right liberty into a privilege, the citizen can ignore the license and fee and engage in the right liberty with impunity. That's Shuttlesworth versus City of Birmingham, Alabama, 376 US 262. See? Fuck their license.
It's right in the first 2 letters.
Hold on.
Lie.
Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. How do I?
Yeah, you might want to mute.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. What were you saying? Sorry about that.
Shit. I don't even remember now. Oh, I said it's in the first 2 letters. L-I in license. It's all a lie.
License. They're lying to your senses. Yeah. Scumbags, man.
I break that word
I was 12
license
years
down
old, man.
as lie son. License. Lie sons. It's all a lie, son.
I used to go fishing, and they used to tell me I need a license. I had to go to City Hall to get one. So what we used to do is go fishing, and we would always keep one lookout. Because me, at 12 years old, 11, I didn't believe I had to have a license. This is a free country. And back then they weren't, it was more lenient in the 90s. But now they don't play with these stupid licenses. And until we stand up and don't pay for them, I don't think we need a license to fish on our free land. Like, well, what's up with all this stuff? Fishing license, hunting license, driver's license, drone license, barber license, on and on and on and on. Just more
All of
ways to
the
take our money.
all the animals and everything are protected. You know, they can't tax a bird, they can't tax the fish, none of that. But man is actually defined in their codes as well as an animal. Now, if you know how to act, you won't be considered a wild animal and be have to shackled and thrown in a cell cage, if you will. But more interesting, I noticed you were saying something about old Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And it was interesting when you look at the word Charlie and Charles.
Charles means free man. I know that much. It's my name,
Exactly.
Charles.
It also extends to army. Let's see. What is it? Army, city, and country. And then Kirk means church. It's a big show.
Yeah, the world stage. I can't wait for the song to come out. My verse is all about the world stage. I'm going to work heavily on this thing to get it done today.
I think they've actually been keeping a pretty close eye on us all since '94.
How about man, I remember they used to have to find a telephone pole in front of your house to listen to phone calls, or they could go in the basement of an apartment building and get, if you had one of them big phone boxes, they could get you that way. But other than that, it was a lot harder back then. Now they could be in another fucking country and hack your shit. These phones are sold to us from China, and I guarantee you China puts stuff in these phones that make it so easy to hack.
You ever heard of that frontier guy called Kit Carson?
No.
He's a frontiersman. Kit Carson. Kit. Hang on. Kit is basically the knowledge that drives that vessel that we all call car. And with that knowledge of the proper teachings, you manage that vessel, that car, in good faith. Kit, car, sun, because there's nothing new under the sun.
I want to find out what's going on with these fucking Social Security cards and how they're making all this money with our fucking name. Billions.
Because the business.
I want my cut. They owe me. Look at, I never heard about this.
I wish people would see that for the ones that believe in a supreme creator or whatever. I wish that they would just see that the profits come from the need. If it comes from anywhere else than that, there's a false prophecy going on somewhere, and somebody's helping them drive the getaway car.
But when I talk to the creator or your higher self or whatever people want to call it, I speak to the creator or the God or whatever one-on-one in my mind. Other than that, I don't listen to no preachers. I don't talk to no preachers or no churches or nothing. Why? Why do I need any of that when the creator's with me at all times? I can speak to creator at any time. Someone's in the back. No. Yeah, I don't know when this happened, but we missed out. Within 48 hours, the Gen Z-led revolution in Nepal burned the parliament down, burned down a bunch of their politicians' houses, forced the prime minister to resign. A revolution done by Gen Z for the next generations to come. Well, shit. Salute to them, because they did more than anyone else could ever do. I'm trying to do this and write my rhyme clean so I can read it, because I'm going to get it down today. And then I got to put in a few skits.
Put in a few what?
I got to cut up a few Bush. I downloaded some speeches Bush did on weapons of mass destruction. I'm going to use some snippets for my song I'm working on. It's crazy. When the vaccine came out and they wanted people to sign a contractual consent, right then and there I said, nah, son ain't right. These people, man.
Well,
the signs were all in their face and they ignored them all.
Yeah. I believe in your communities, you know, obviously there's law firms all over the country, but in your communities, there's usually a law firm that represents the city and county and things. And within those law firms, you'll find that there's a individual in there that is what they call a master commissioner, kind of behind the scenes. And what their job is to do is the accounting for the Social Security Administration in those courts with the name and Social Security number. They pull that from the Selective Service Administration. So it comes from the federal to the state, and they're the ones that are brokering that deal, hiding behind the scenes, and nobody knows it. And they're the ones I feel that is responsible for trafficking the people in their communities. Now, the one that just so happened to be in Carrollton, Kentucky for 33 years left that spot when I went into the DA's office asking questions. Like I told her, I don't ask questions I don't already know the answer to.
they don't like when people start asking questions, because most of the time when people are asking questions, most of them already know the answer. They just want to hear them say it.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. How should I say
Wizard of
this?
Oz. It's funny, that came out in the 30s. Kind of ironic how those fields of poppy are so abundant today.
They were too in the
I
Middle
know.
East. Oh man, they were
That's
mountaintops filled with
that's
it.
in, that was in the Wizard of Oz. They were in a field of poppy. That's what that was representing. That's why they were all giggly and all joyful and happy and rambunctious. Oz, Yellow Brick Road, Oz, Ounces of Gold. The ounce. Toto means total, the little dog Toto. The Tin Man is your tax identification number. The Scarecrow is the straw man. That all caps. And then you got your Cowardly Lion, just wanted some courage, so they gave him a badge. You can't make this shit up, man. So many things out there. And I think it all boils down to a man and a woman and what they think.
If you look at a doctor's jacket, if you carefully look at the symbol they have, the serpent going up the caduceus, well, the serpent is biting into the caduceus, which is the spine. And if most doctors are hypocrites under the Hippocratic oath, but they're truly hypocrites because they'll sell you medicine that they won't take, themselves. They'll probably lie to you and say you have this or that just to cut you open and make money. These fucking doctors are brutal. After what happened to my mom, I don't trust a doctor as far as I could see one. And a lot of other things I've witnessed with doctors and stuff. A lot of them are diabolical, especially if you've got welfare insurance. Oh man, they're gonna treat you like you're fucking trash. Now, I'm not saying all doctors are scum, but a good amount are. I would say way more, because there are doctors that truly want to help people, but they're outnumbered. Oh, that's what I gotta do. Two more lines.
That doctor, when I went to the hospital, that one, right, it was actually during the COVID bullshit. And My wife told that doctor, said, yeah, well, he kind of likes all natural stuff and he's not big on all of this. And the doctor looks at me, well, how's that working out for you? And boy, you don't know what it took to keep my mouth shut right then and there. I'm about to light that lady up. Well, how's that working out for you? Will work out better for me than it is you. That's for sure. So did you see you're working on a song?
Yeah. It should be done today. I've been taking my time because I just wanted it to flow organically. I didn't want to push my mind to write something. So I kept, every day I would add stuff and take stuff out, and now I'm satisfied with the verse I have. But there's a lot of stuff I just couldn't fit, but that's fine. I'm gonna use it for another verse. But the hard part is cutting the beat up and extending the beat and making sure everything sounds even and good. And I want this track, I want everything I'm doing except what's already been done, I'm going to put for bonus tracks just because people already heard these tracks. But my goal right now is I want to make 8 strong tracks using people in the so-called community, you know, like Sir Drop. I like making music with Sir Drop and Hurricane. I personally think we click and we have chemistry. I've made music with a lot of people, but I never had the chemistry that I feel with Hurricane and Sir Drop. I have Renegade One, is taking part. He makes music. He's a DJ. And then I have Lucid. Lucid plays a guitar. He plays instruments. So I think I want Lucid to do his own song by himself. I think people aren't ready for what Lucid got in store. Lucid's gonna make a song that's gonna have the women crying. It'll probably have everyone crying. But
one might say that music just may lead the way forward in the very near future.
Hurricane said for license, the lie makes no sense. License. Obama, he's the one who signed that thing so they could use fucking bullshit on the news. Obama. And these are people, like, when you tell people these things, they just don't get it. You know, they'll say, oh, we need to vote someone in. Every person someone's ever voted in turned out to be trash. They've done nothing they said they were going to do. All right, maybe 1 or 2 little things, but other than that, I'm still waiting for Trump to bring the prices down. I'm still waiting for Trump to do something for the people. Why didn't he sign $500 billion over to us and break it down so everyone gets a check or something? Years and years and years and years of us paying taxes and breaking our backs at work, The government never gave back to us. All they do is take. It's wild. They just suck the fucking country dry. They ruined this country. And 1913 was the beginning of the end, man. But the real beginning of the end of my lifetime was in 01. Trying to catch up at the bottom here, because if you have nothing, you cannot get out of their system. Yeah, you could, and it's even hard to what's that guy's name? He lives out in the wilderness and stuff. I forgot his name, but that's not easy either, because the government is buying up a lot of stuff to the point where it's all private property. Like, it's just mind-blowing to hear the word freedom. There's nothing free about living in the U.S. Yeah, like Truth Zone was saying some good stuff yesterday on his live stream about business. He was saying they want us to work for their corporations. Our whole life they want us to work for them instead of us building our own business and working for ourselves. And that's how most people end up, working their entire life for someone else. Like my grandfather, he broke his back working to take care of his family, and died broke. He owned properties. My grandpa was up. My grandfather was up, took care of. Soon as my grandma died, my grandma was 38 years old. I didn't even know it was that young.
As
The
the
other day
generation went on, though,
on my grandmother's birthday. No. My grandmother died August 28th, 1970, and it just so happened it was the August 28th when something told me to look at her thing. And when I looked at it, it said my grandma was 38. That's fucking young. Diabetes took her out, allegedly. So, my gram still fucking took care of the family. He sold his property just to make sure my uncle and my mom and aunt could live. But he died broke because of the hospital bills were so much money for my grandma. That's wild, man. Watch your grandpa die miserable and broke. That's why I personally don't believe in or think I'm going to give my fucking whole life working so then that man could fucking live his dreams. That's just my way of thinking. Yeshua.
See, I look at it, Charles, because we got all kinds of faiths, if you want to call it, out here with believers and yada 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 this and yada 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 that. Okay, let's say we all agree that there is this one supreme creator, and the rules of creating family and enjoying life and sustaining life was to operate with each other through compassion and care, building each other up. Now, why isn't that so easy to comprehend that the profits come from the need? The family needs to eat, so we're going to have to do all of these things that we need to do. But now the profits come from those needs. When we start getting greedy, is where it all goes south. That's why it's so important that a man's word is his bond before he signs that piece of paper. Because that service is supposed to supply that need. And if it's not doing that, you helped them drive away the getaway car. That's as easy as this is, I believe. You see what I mean? Now, if every family's not teaching their children the same thing, but yet they get a vote and a voice in the direction of forward progress, get out of here. It should be on what you bring to the table, because the table needs to be there. Are you just there to take from it? What do you bring? See what I mean? Maybe I'm delusional. I don't know. We fall out or
Oh, I had to get something to drink real quick. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I thought Craig jumped out. He's still here.
No, I think I'm muted. Can you hear
No,
me?
you're the,
yeah, I hear
yeah, we
you.
hear you.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mute you. I just turned the volume down a little bit when you were drilling. Whatever.
Oh, I wasn't drilling. I was making cigarettes.
Damn. What type of machine is that? It does it for you? That's
Well,
dope.
you buy these tubes and you put them on there, and then you set some tobacco in the hopper, and it just kind of, it's a little electric. It feeds it for you. I like that one about Tin Man as a tax ID number. That's pretty good.
Where's that?
When 5-Speed was talking about the Tin Man and the Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
It makes a lot of sense.
shit. Damn it. One more line. Um, all right. Now. Man, there's a lot of lines I didn't get to use. That's cool, dude. Steve Cohen, aka Charlie Kirk. I knew something was gonna come along, and what do you know? I wonder what role he's gonna play next. Charlie Kirk. He
Hard
kind
to
of
say.
reminds me of that MMA guy. I'll tell you right now his name. Shit. What's this guy's name? Fuck. I'll tell you his name in a second. Just the fucking all the present ones. Come on, this fucking thing takes forever. The fuck. Kidding me?
What's happening?
Man, everything was freezing up. So I had to exit out. Everybody always talks about fucking I see this dude's got a stream, True Zone, talking about victims. Find me a person that hasn't been a victim in their life. You can't. This whole system are victims of like, I'm tired of talking about problems, man. What the fuck? What's going on here? StreamYard, you suck. What the fuck was that about? It all turned white. Anyway, I said StreamYard, I meant Restream. Fucking, I want to start, coming up with solutions. Like, I refuse to sit here and say we can't change things and turn it around. The government, the only time the government will say they defeated Chuck is when I'm dead. See, everything's picture out of here.
Do you think what happened in Nepal is gonna grow some legs and happen other places? In Nepal.
You said the palace? Oh,
Nepal, the parliament they burned down.
I would sure like it to. I don't think they should have burned it, but yeah, what the fuck?
Well, they made a statement.
Don't know what it wants to do. No comments now? Oh, I was about to say. Candy said, people have that victim mentality are the ones creating their own problems. You either create problems or solve them. Yeah. That's a good point.
You either set trends or follow them.
Just because people talk about things don't mean they're a victim, though. That's what kills me about people who always say that. I know I'm not a victim. I don't take it like I'm a victim. I just take it as I got played for a little while. And now it's time. Now it's time to put a boot up someone's ass. That didn't sound right, but I
I
should have
look
said
back and
Well, I
it,
think it's already happened. It's just been hidden from us.
guy was making some good points about man, this shit is doing it again, man. The page keeps turning white on me. I'm about to flip out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, to add what you guys were saying, you said a second ago, it's either you're part of the solution or you're part of the problem. It can only be one or the other. I agree, Tommy. And not only do they have tiny hats, they have even tinier brains.
Hey, well, hopefully this will work for now. I don't even remember what I was saying.
Till next time, Tammy. Peace.
What time is it? All right. I forgot what I was saying. Oh,
You know, Charles, all these people talk about business and all these businesses, but I would think the number one business practice would be to protect the house, the family, and its prosperity and abundance.
true.
Well, why isn't that taught to every family? Because they want everybody fighting with each other, arguing and dividing, and so they can just clean house on everybody. You ain't kidding. I'm thankful. I didn't grow up with a father figure, so I'm grateful to be here for sure. With this frame of mind, anyway.
Holy shit. This thing seems to starts to fuck up right around 3 hours or more. That's when it starts to freeze. It don't let me hit buttons. It's fucking weird. I've noticed that. Once I get over 3 hours, I'm gonna jump off here at 4 hours. In
Wonder
10
if it's
minutes, I gotta
that
go to
or
the store.
could
I
it be
don't know.
anything that you're speaking on? You know what I mean? Shadow
Maybe.
banning.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I was speaking on Charlie Kirk. A lot of people ain't gonna like that. But whatever. A lot of people, oh, he ain't like that, man. I knew the guy, man. Like people can't do.
Yeah. Yeah. But did you say you were getting off here?
Yeah, I gotta jump off in a few minutes. But thanks for
All
coming
right.
by, Five.
Absolutely,
You know
man.
you're
It's always
welcome
a
here
pleasure to come and
anytime.
hang out with you. I get that. It's always a pleasure to speak to somebody that has an open mind and respectful and conscious of the severity of the things going on around the world, and we can have a honest dialogue with one another, and seems to even be so in the chat. So
Yeah.
it's always a pleasure, and we'll see you the next time.
Peace,
Later.
5 Speed. Thanks for coming by.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'll bug out too. If I'm even in here.
All right. Let me jump out of here before. I never get to fucking get out of here. He's booting me out and letting me come back. But thanks to Craig, too, for coming up. And True Song and Naga. I appreciate you all in the chat. Much love and respect. Just keep an eye out. I'm going to finish this track up today. I keep saying that, but for sure today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. I'm out. Peace.